Howdy, howdy, howdy. We are live. I'm just continuing on the chat for Uncle Jim and Julio. We're going from Julio over to here. Um, for people looking for a link, I'm going to be sending them out right as I speak. And there should be one in the chat here very shortly. Let me see here. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Appreciate it. And we'll have some guests coming in here very shortly. We'll get this all going here. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, we've already got 5 in the chat. All right. Hey, Vanessa. James Pollard. SMS Bulldog. Waiting for a link. Yes, sir. AR Guns is working on it, and I'm going to drop one in the chat, I believe. Give me just a moment. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, get a couple people in here. Howdy, howdy, brother. We are live.
Hey, I sent an email, but I had to tell them to disregard the first one because I sent the old link. So I
Okay.
copied the new one and sent it.
You want me to drop one in the side chat?
That's up to you.
I mean, did you send everybody? Did you send Bulldog a link?
If he's in, I have to look and see if he's in the forwarded email. Hang on.
And there was another individual that wanted to come. Hey, Heppo, what's going on, brother?
He might not be. Let's see. This is a list I got a while back from you. Kyle, Echo, Dead Horse. No, Bulldog's not in there. And I don't think Willie is either. Let's see. No, Uncle Jim, Willie, and Bulldog's not in the list. Yeah.
Okay, I got Uncle Jim, and I sent Willie a link already. So let me go ahead and send Uncle Jim one.
Bulldog.
And Bulldog, I will have to see if I've got his. I think I may have his checks.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me see here.
Close my tabs. Okay. Hey everyone, how you all doing for this late night chat? Actually, it is kind of late. 11 after 11 in the East Coast. Let me go over to the other browser, see how many you got on there. Yeah, I got to add Bulldog and Willie in that list. I'm going to paste it that way. All I do is go in there and just keep finding and copying the whole list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way I don't have to keep typing everything. And also, I got everybody's email in the address book too. But let me see.
Yeah, I think I've sent.
Let me get this here. Hang on, let me stop the cam. Hold on a minute. YouTube. Oh,
yeah. So, anyways, what are you gonna be doing with Okay, here we go.
Okay, I was checking to see if I was muted. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm going
I
over
got
to
you. I've got you 5 by 5.
Okay, I got to find you on the front side of YouTube with my other browser. Okay, here you go. Got 6 watching. Yes, okay.
We'll get things going here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing Slow Man Short Bus. I'm the short bus guy tonight.
Hey, Tim S. Sergeant Bulldogs here. Vanessa, of course. James Pollard, Uncle John. Help me pronounce this Ahab. I'm used to Ahab. Hipparchus. I can't pronounce that. Hipparchus. Who else is in here?
I just call him HIPAA. Makes it
Okay.
easy.
Yeah, HIPAA. I'll call you HIPAA. Uh, Vanessa, of course. K24. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you here. Well, we're doing
All
a lot of streaming
right.
lately, aren't we?
Yeah, might as well.
Hmm. Echo has unlimited, you all. We'll do a Jerry Lewis telethon. Not
Yeah.
me. I'll sleep.
I'll do a Jerry Lewis telethon. I don't know if I could
But
dance, and I have gray hair. You know what? That man raised millions of dollars for children that had disabilities,
yep,
and I don't know where all that money went, but Jerry Lewis never had a
certainly did.
gray hair to the day he died.
Hmm. Yeah, he could bring in a lot of money.
He used to do the telethons. I remember
Hmm.
back listening to him. You
Hmm.
know, your parents would have him on. He did
Yep.
a lot of good with that back in the day.
Yeah. My mother used to keep a couple of boys that were teenagers that had muscular dystrophy. They were wheelchair bound, unfortunately, and they passed young too. Well, my throat is bothering me to say. I even sound hoarse. I'm
He do
talking.
sound a little hoarse. It's like cough drop time, I think.
Yeah, I had a software program earlier. I downloaded a free one and I actually checked the pirate version. It says, "Who do you want, someone, a radio announcer or a pirate?" And I
Oh
wasn't sure
my
what.
God.
Yeah, so when I forgot about it, man, and I went on there and Bulldog said you kind of choppy. I thought, what the crap? Then I remembered the software program.
Oh my God.
It was free, so I got rid of it. I uninstalled it while I was in that chat. So yeah, all kinds of weird stuff. Pirate, AM broadcaster, FM broadcaster, this, that, and the other. Right, wrote a paper on him. HIPAA, Hipparchus, Hipparchus. We'll get it right one day. We'll just call you HIPAA. Hippie.
I'm gonna go over on.
Hey, what's up, Walter?
Hey, Mr. Walter, what is going on?
That's
Good
right.
evening to you, sir.
It's early where Walter is, probably. What,
Yeah, it
3 hours?
sure is.
Yeah.
Walter, would you like a link, sir?
Let's see, 3 hours behind?
Yeah,
Four,
he's
three.
California time, so he's 3 hours behind.
Just 8:16 there. Wow. My dog's out there raising hell. He's ready to go to the doghouse to go to sleep. Yeah, I bring him in every night and put him in the bathroom of a big giant doghouse, one of those cage ones, and he's got used to it. He's just basically a pint-sized lab. Kind of a, I call him a, what is I call him, a midget or a dwarf sometimes.
So you were talking the other night when we were having a conversation about like some dyes.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been doing?
Oh, I was just going to talk about why we use them at that time. I like micro Forster and Redding's micro dyes, seating dyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're kind of special on the Forester dyes. You like those?
yeah, they work pretty good. I mean, I'll use either one. Now, 308, I got two of them, Forster and Redding. On the 223, I've only got the Forster seating, and I got a Redding. Wait a minute, I got a Dillon cedar, and I've got a. No, I don't have a Redding cedar. Yeah, I just bought the Forster because it was cheaper at the time and probably on sale at the time, probably 10% off, or who knows, 20%. Back when they had the really good sales at one time at Brownells. So yeah, 308. I got two, 223. I got one. That's probably why I get good run out, because I use good seating dyes that line the bullet up good. And my run out's hardly any at all. think the last time I checked it, the range scrap, I was about a half a thou to zero to maybe a thou over, but most of them weren't. I'd have to pull the thing out and look at them again. It's been so long. I don't really want to get the machine out tonight this late. But,
Yeah.
they turn out good though. Everything I load seems to have good concentricity or very little concentricity.
Yeah, I the run out on the reddings are pretty good. You sometimes you have some bullet fit issues. Various different bullets. When you start changing it, it's impossible to make one seating stem that's going to work for every style bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And the bad thing about Redding is they don't offer too many other variations other than just one for VLD bullets and one for the regular style bullets. And I'm talking about 308 and most likely 6.5 Creedmoor.
He says he's here. Oh, you got Bulldog backstage.
Oh, okay. Let me
Yeah.
jump. I was trying to find the stream. There he is.
I was expecting a private chat. Yeah, I have one Redding 223 die, and it actually, when I do range brass, I have no concentricity, hardly any at all with it. So I got lucky. I'm sure there's others, knowing manufacturing, you'll get a die occasionally not that good, but I'm lucky with that. So I use it. I use it with a carbide upgrade tip though. So, and it works out okay. And then I use the Lee, of course, factory crimp down on 223 because I don't like taper crimp on 223. Because, yeah, it's just, if you want to cut them all exact length, yeah, it's okay, taper crimp. But sometimes you're a little off. The factory crimp die to me is better. So,
hey, Elliot.
yeah.
I sent you all my electronic business card.
Okay.
Are you Android or
I'm Android.
Android? I may
Yeah.
have to send it to you a different way then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, my daughter's into Apple. I've never had Apple. Even now I did buy a few years ago a brand new Note 9 about over a year and a half ago. I think $400. Android used to suck. I know years ago they were horrible, but they've gotten a little bit better. Yeah, I got all I'm waiting for really is to get that 9mm die set for the nines, and then I'm gonna get the primer system. I'm still torn between the Lee and the red RCBS primer, but I'll decide shortly. And then I'll be doing some loading live. So, but not at the moment.
I've just got to get my junk all unjunkified and set up.
I could throw all these into 650, but who wants to watch a video live me sitting there cranking the handle on a 650? Because it's just
yeah.
it's noisy.
You know what? I've never thought of that before in my life, but I just now thought about that. That wouldn't be very entertaining at all.
No.
Watching some guy just pull a handle all night long would not be very entertaining to me.
That's why I never come up with it or want to do it. It's just not the. There's something to be said for sitting in a chair or standing in a turret or a single stage, whatever you like. It's keeps you busy.
You got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna post a thing here.
So what you been up to, Bulldog, lately?
Staying out of trouble, self-isolating mostly.
Yeah, I ain't been doing anything. I've been walking the neighborhood in the mornings, trying to, because when I typically get up, I've been sleeping late lately, and I get out there and walk the neighborhood. It's hot as crap, humid.
Well, my nephew came over my nephew-in-law, I should say. He came over and we did some shooting.
Oh wow.
Had a blast. This was on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
My wife was over there with my niece watching the kids, and she'd been over babysitting because
Mm-hmm.
my niece is a school teacher, and they're just going, starting school again. So
Yeah.
she was helping while everything is getting started. Well, Monday, one of the boys calls and they said, "Come pick him up. He's sick."
Mm-hmm.
Turn around.
Hey,
What's up,
Walter.
Walter?
Hey, Walter, what's going on, brother?
Hey, just kind of winding down out here in California. Was out today finishing up my chronograph tests of these little beauties.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
45
awesome.
Colt.
All right.
That's out of the M&P mold. They call it the 45 Colt carbine, 275 grain, slick slided, hollow point bullet. Shot great with AA number 5 at a higher velocity and with 700X at a lower velocity. So nice bullet.
So when
what I was
you're
gonna
talking,
say.
yeah, what velocities are you talking about as far as a lower velocity would be?
Okay, so the lower velocity, I'm shooting these out of my Ruger 7.5-inch Blackhawk. The final destination for that bullet is for the Henry carbine in 45 long Colt. But and I can chrono those with my magneto speed off the Henry, but it's just easier and handier to do with the Ruger handgun. So lower velocity, this guy was going out, and a pretty heavy bullet, 270 grains.
Mm-hmm.
So I like them at around 800 to 8.25. That's fast enough for these old arthritic wrists. And of course, they'll do better than that out of the Henry. So that's kind of where I was going. And 700X, just a little under 5 grains, was pushing them at around 820. And with I was getting standard deviations of 6, 5 and 4. So they did real well there. And I also used some Unique. Unique didn't like that bullet very well, and I mean it worked. You could shoot it, but the velocities were kind of all over the place. My extreme spreads were like 40 at those velocities, and so. But the AA number 5, which Uncle Jim hates, and there's reason for that. I got unburnt powder too, but when I used AA number 5 and pushed him up to about 890 out of the revolver, which is robust, for an old guy, it was doing real well. Very, very accurate round and standard deviations of like 7. So, you kind of got to like that. I haven't chronoed them out of the Henry yet, so that'll be the next move. The Ruger handgun, great platform to give you a ballpark figure for what your velocities are doing. When you start with a bullet like that, there's no load data anywhere for it, so you got to kind of go from experience and scratch and see what you come up with. So I was happy today. I got a couple good loads. I got a low end for the revolver and another. I think it's going to be a decent one with the AA number 5 out of the Henry. It's going to go out of that Henry at probably 1050, maybe 1100 feet per second. It's going to be fast. So
What revolver are you using, Walter?
that's the Ruger Blackhawk 7.5-inch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd like to have one of those.
Yeah, it's a nice revolver. Well built. Tank heavy. I mean, like we were talking about in the previous chat with Mario, it's a stout revolver and can handle a lot. So I use it frequently as a test bed for my 45 carbine loads for the Henry. So
Yeah,
good mold.
I want a stainless steel Black Hawk 44.
Yeah. Mine's the big boy brass, and tube fed. It's not the side gate loading, which I would like to
Oh,
have.
okay. Okay.
The side gate loading combo that Henry makes now is really nice because you can load tube feed or the side gate or one or the other. But the best part about the tube feed is for unloading. It's not the tube feed's not good for loading. It's really good for unloading. So you don't have to sit there that to get them all out of there if you need to. But anyway, I like the Henrys. I've got three Henrys and PC calibers, and I've got a 4440 Henry, original, and a couple others. So, but
I used
anyway,
to shoot back in the 70s. I used to shoot a Marlin 8, was it 1894 44 mag revolver? I think that's right, the year. And I used to like it.
carbine.
It was fun.
I don't have a carbine yet in 44 mag.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple nice revolvers in 44 mag. I got 29-2 Smith that I've had for a long time. Great revolver, and I have a nice, actually a pretty nice Ruger Super Blackhawk case, color case, hardened frame, and whatnot. A nice revolver, shoots well, but I like my Dirty Harry better.
Yeah, it's a good gun.
My 44 is a contender.
Oh yeah.
Hugger Press Day. I was going to tell LVO. We'll declare Hugger Press Day in a few days.
Hugger
Yeah,
Press Day.
because of what he said. Yeah.
Bulldog, how long's the barrel on that Contender 44?
Pardon?
How long is the barrel do you have on your Contender 44?
Off the top of my head, I don't.
It seems to me like they made like a 14 inch.
It's a standard.
It seems to me like
It's
they
a
made a
standard
couple
length
different
barrel.
lengths. I had it in my head that they made two different barrel lengths, like an 8-inch and a 14. But I don't know. I don't have one. So.
It's
Yeah.
not the 14, that's for sure.
They
So it's probably 7.5, 8-inch.
Okay.
Yeah. They made two different barrels in most barrel links in most situations. The 14-inch and the 8-inch. And I reload for a guy that has a Contender, and he's got I believe, a 222 Fireball barrel and a 357 Remington Maximum.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've got 50 pieces of brass sitting over here. I'm getting ready to put some 158 grain. I think they're XTPs for him to shoot some white-tailed deer this year. He's got an optic on it and stuff. So I'm going to start in loading the handgun rounds, and then I'm going to finish up a series on 308 precision and go ahead and once I anneal his brass, I'm going to go ahead and finish that up.
Oh, that'll be fun.
See,
yeah.
I like the way it shoots. It's nice. I've got a low power optic on it. It's hunting legal for Louisiana, and it's one that my father had when I got my I had mine. My wife gave it to me, and she gave it to me in 223. And my dad said, "Oh, well, I've got a barrel for you," because he had gotten rid of his Contender some years back, but he just never gotten rid of the barrel.
Yeah.
So he passed that on to me, and he passed the Red Hawk, Black Hawk, the 44 revolver onto my little brother. And passed the Python on to me.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that's one of the great things about that Contender is, it makes such a great platform if you're a shooter with of a lot of calibers. Is you buy that Contender frame and just add the barrels as needed per caliber, and you don't have to go out and buy a whole new firearm to go out and do your test shooting and your chrono work and all that kind of stuff. You
right,
can do it all on one test bed that works great with everything. A single shot, but that's what you kind of want for a
well,
test
I've got
situation
the
anyway. They're
Contender and I've
great.
got the Encore.
Oh, okay.
And my Encore's in 308 and 50 black powder.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
50 muzzle loader.
I have a friend of mine who's got a Contender with a half a dozen different barrels. She's pushing 80, and this is a firearm and equipment that she inherited from her father. She's never fired any of the barrels, and there are several, one of which is illegal in California because it makes it a short barrel shotgun. But somebody told her that it was worth like $3,500, and I keep telling her no, it's not worth.
Be
I'll
right back,
give you
guys.
I'll give you 15 for it with all the barrels right now, and that's all you're ever going to see. And she won't sell it because this one guy told her, no, it's an antique. It's worth 3,500. It's not that much of an antique. It's an older Contender, and it's a nice firearm, but it's not worth 3,500 bucks. So,
No.
but we
No,
got the
and then
Encore out
probably
now,
you have to go
and it's
spend all
the
kinds of
Encore is
extra
every
money.
bit the firearm that the original Contender was.
Yeah, you can find original Contenders in pretty decent shape for under $700
Right.
with one barrel. And then what's expensive are the barrels.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you get a pistol, it's pretty easy to come by. But if you're looking for a specific, because they only offered that smaller Contender because it had a smaller pivot pin to
Right.
lock the barrel, and that's what they had some custom guys make higher calibers and bend that pivot pin lug, and then that's what made them develop the Encore, which had a pivot pin that was almost double the size of the Contender pistol. And they offered it in it took off, so they offered it in stainless and whatnot for survivalists and hunters that hunt
Right.
in bad weather. And the original Contender was only available in blue steel. And a lot of guys said, we would really appreciate something that wouldn't rust because we're hunting in the woods with this, and sometimes Mother Nature will rain on us.
Yeah, exactly.
well,
So,
I had to take and send my Contender back with both of my barrels to have them, to have everything coordinated and um, smithed out so that both barrels and the frame were all up to date and modernized, so that they would continue to work with all of the, with the existing barrels and with the newer barrels as they came out for the Contenders. And I mean, they were great about it. It's like, we'll do it for nothing. Just send, here's the return tag, box it up, take it down to the post office, ship it out.
yeah, nice.
And
Yeah.
I don't remember. It took a couple weeks to get it back. Um, but I've been real happy. I've got that, the Encore. I've got my Contender, and then I've got my Compass in 6.5 Creed. And
Nice. Yeah.
I've never really had any problems with any reason to have problems with any Contender stuff. TC's always done a good job for me.
The only Thompson I have is a compass, and mine's a 223 compass, bolt action. That's, uh, believe it or not, is a tack driver. I hit that thing and it shoots 3/4 MOA. You know, if I do my end here at the bench, you know, you can't complain about that for the price tag of that firearm with a, you know, relatively cheapy scope on it. You know, when I first got that, and I heated up the barrel with 20 rounds or so and let it cool down. First day I had it, went out and shot it. I thought, holy cow! I spent $500 for this rifle, and look what it's doing.
Well, I got a, they had them on sale. They had them on clearance, and I got mine. I think I got it through Kentucky Guns. And they had the Thompson rebate that was going on with them at the time. And then they also had a military discount. And my local guys that I deal with, my local FFL, I do, so much business with them. They don't charge me for transfers. So
nice. Yeah.
If I spend $25 in their store, they'll waive my any of my transfer fees.
Yeah, that's nice of them, and that's the advantage you get when you deal with the local guy. I did that also for a long time, and then my favorite LGS went under and sold out to a chain, and so I don't trade there anymore. But they had an indoor gun range, and so I'd buy a couple guns. Hey, Willie.
Hey, I'm back to you, buddy.
Maybe 2 or 3 firearms a year, and they would charge for the use of the local range, the indoor range there. But I shot for free all the time.
Come on, baby.
And so that was, it goes both ways.
Go on.
You support the local guy, and it's going to come back one way or the other.
If you treat people good, and people are going to treat you good.
Amen.
Sorry about the noise, guys.
Chat. Uncle John says, "Hey, Walter, I see canoes. No, those are kayaks, Uncle John. I've been a paddler for a long time. Paddled as much as anything else, and would support a big local club here, 1,000-member club that I host and lead tours and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, I got another storage shed full of kayaks, but that's what those are. And Pony 47, hey, who else we got?
Come on back on, Willie.
Vanessa Kitty. Willie's here. There he was. He's here. Willie says, dang it, every time I get on live stream, Mr. Bunny comes on live stream. I'm coming back.
Yeah, I told him to come on back on.
He's there.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He turned his back on us, so you know how he is.
I was reading the side chat, didn't he?
Hey, well, I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, see how you are, Willie? Turn your back on your old friends.
I'm telling you. First time I get to be on a live stream with you, Walter, and I got my back to you.
Yeah, well, I see what looks like a Lee APP or a Lee Progressive.
Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth.
Right. Oh, I see it now that you turn around. I can see what you got. All right.
Loadmaster.
You got the Loadmaster. All I could see was the tube magazine and the collator up on top.
Now I would own an APP. I really would. I keep giving everyone shit about owning an APP. Oh no, hey, there I am. But
there you are. Hi, Willie.
I give people a lot of shit for owning APPs. But if I had the room, because I got the one here, I got room right here, but I got no room anywhere else. So, and I know they're small, but I don't want to spend $100 to be on the APP crowd.
And the trick is to go with a quick dismount system, either from Lee or inline. Or
well, see, I have that on this press right here, and I have the quick change on the Loadmaster. But the problem is, and I don't know if you guys have problems, I have problems with them coming undone. So this one here, my 4-hole turret press, I drilled all the way through the bottom plate through my table, so it's permanently mounted. The Loadmaster, I can't undo it and move it around, but I'm going to permanently mount this one also. I can't afford quick change plates. You know, inline fab. They're not cheap.
No, I like them because they don't flex the press.
They're great, and I use them, but I get it that they are expensive. You know, once you get the basic, you know, stand, then the plates are $30 or something after that. So, but I have everything on that, and the APP is a good thing if you got the, you know, space for it. And I use mine a lot. I really do. When I pick up range brass, which I get a lot.
Casting, hell yeah, casting.
Casting is good. If you're gonna size and deprime 1,000 cases before you tumble or wet tumble or whatever, then that APP just shines, and it's
sure.
a good bullet sizer. But
I'll be back in just a couple moments, guys.
Yeah, no problem, Bulldog. Now, okay, I did a joke that last video I did where I said, "Who needs a damn APP when I can use my Loadmaster?" And it makes it filthy. It makes it filthy, but it works, you know. But the problem is, I did a bunch of 9 that I had, and then Daniel, God is my judge, sent me this small priority box of 40 cal, and I don't have a 40. So I figured, okay, I'm going to deprime all these for Jamie and clean them. So I had to reset my overall link for my collator. Right. And I'm like, you know what? I'm no longer going to just mess with anything but 9 on the press. It's set up. It works. It goes. Just leave it alone. You know?
Yep. And if I want to, if that's your number 1 cal, then it
right now, number 1 pistol cal is 9 mil. I do 45, but I can use the 450, Dillon 450, or I can use my single stage, mainly the 450 for that. But, you know, it's just.
And no matter which progressive you have, caliber conversions are a pain in the neck. I don't care who you talk to. They are painful, and they can be expensive. If you know, I bought this Dillon over here, the 750. Nice press. It works well. It's painful to switch it over between 9 and 45, and every once in a while I'll do 38 special on it if I'm down on. And I shoot a lot of 38 special. I mean, tons of them. So I don't set that one up for 38 unless I'm going to do 1,000 rounds. And to be honest with you, I might have used that press. I've had it for a year. I probably used it 5 times. Most of my reloading happens on my T7 that's right there. And it's basically a fast single stage press, you know, with a press. Sure. And you know, and before that one I had the Lee turret, and I liked it. I don't know why I sold that. I
have the Lee 4-hole turret, and I love the hell out of that thing. And I kid you not, with with this wonderful expensive tool, I was getting 1 to 1.5 thousandths run out with my 4-hole turret press. So
me too.
I mean, if I can get that type of quality of ammo out of a 4-hole turret press, half the time I'm not going to use my rock chucker unless I really want down to the dot numbers, you know.
Right.
But I just can't. I can't see getting rid of stuff that I already own, you know.
Pony 47's here, Echo.
If what you're doing now, you know, ain't broke, then don't try to fix it, you know.
Oh, believe me, I got the 450 basically for free. I wish it was a 550. I had a choice of buying the Loadmaster or a 550, but the 550 was another $150 I really didn't have. But I wish I pulled the trigger then, because caliber conversion, 2 pins, slides out, slide the new one in.
Right.
You know, just like your 650 and 750. You know, super easy.
Glad to see you, Rare Bear. Pony 47, good to see you.
Yeah, it's you know, it's really nice if you have, you know, your standard go-to handgun caliber like 9mm, or maybe your 45 guy more like me, and then you got maybe one rifle caliber maybe it's 5.56 or 223 or 308 or whatever it is, and you can get one press set up to do nothing but that caliber. Boy, oh boy, what a time saver and a joy that is to know that you got everything set in. The powder hopper is set. The bullet seeder is set. Everything is set. All you got to do is add cases, and primers, and go to town.
Sure.
But with me, I don't know. Let me see if I can show you guys some.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that turret press
boxes
for
up
sure.
there.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, that's calibers that I load and shoot of, and I mean, that's my brass boxes up there. So I load and shoot a lot of stuff because I got an attention span like a Cocker Spaniel puppy. I get bored fast, and I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. So I shoot a lot of different calibers.
I use these to hold my brass from Walmart.
Yeah. And well, those boxes I just showed you all came from Walmart too, and I think I bought them out because they don't have them anymore. They're square.
Walmart's been out of these too. I wanted to buy 4 more of these to have, and they haven't had them in my local Walmart.
These are $1 at Dollar Tree.
Those work.
Those are just as good right there. I like those.
But Jamie,
those might work good for powder coating too. That's
Jamie found this little cheat sheet.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Jamie had this little online cheat sheet, and whenever I'm done, I'll check off what I did to the brass, and I can know what it's done,
Yeah, I have that too, Willie.
There was so many times I'm like, what did I do to this brass? Did I do anything to it? What do I got to do? So way better off just to have something.
I got that PDF. I blew some of them up where they're kind of large. I stick them in the baskets and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those different calibers, having a press, one press set up for one caliber isn't going to work. I got to either have a quick changeover or I like my T7 here for the calibers that I don't shoot a lot of, all the time. And so this guy, like something like 38 short Colt. Who shoots 38 short Colt? Probably nobody but Viejo,
Not me as of yet.
I shoot that once in a while. Am I going to buy a press and have it set up just for 38 short Colt? No.
Hell no.
I'm going to go to this guy and I'm going to take all these dies out of there and I'm going to put my 38 short Colts or 45 Cowboy Special or something like. I might shoot 50 of those every other month or something. So I'm going to have a press that's fairly easy to just stick my dies in and out of. And I got to say, I do like a turret press.
HIPAA, I can send you that PDF brass checklist if you want a copy.
That thing looks great. I like the look of that. That can be. Here's something. I got this in the mail today. This is kind
you still there, Echo?
Here's kind of a
I'm just had to do something for my wife real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, Echo, real quick.
Exactly.
I got this on eBay.
He's a 2-minute man.
It was 10. I think I don't know how many RCBS cedar stems this guy had. And I thought, what in the world are you doing with 10 extra seat stems from RCBS? And I'm always fiddling around trying to find one that'll fit the bullet du jour,
Sure.
I'm loading, there's always something, you're in here trying to make sure that the seating stem. So I got them for $10. I thought, what the heck?
You can't go wrong there.
I'll find use for some of these, like for like something like this big 45 Colt bullet that I was talking about earlier. It's got that big giant meat plat on it.
Yeah, that's a big hole in that thing too.
You can take a seat stem like this, and even if it doesn't fit quite right, you can grind that lip off of there.
Absolutely.
That down so where you got a nice flat one to use for that. So I thought, well, okay, I'll give that guy $10 for all.
Yeah, when I bought all those parts from those two gentlemen, Jim needed a new cedar plug, so I sent him one I had a spare of. I'm thinking, I don't need 5 of the same one, so I sent Jim one, for the RCBS, and I'm like, do it.
You never know when somebody else will need one, and
exactly.
This guy didn't even know what these things were for. I got one that looks like maybe 9mm round nose. This is a big sucker here for 45 round nose. Who knows? I just now dumped them out, so we'll see what we got. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, for $10 you can't go wrong. Because if
Yeah,
you buy
it's
one from somewhere else, you're $15, $18, or NOE's $5 a piece, I think. You know, but
you know what? NOE's pricing is really good on all their stuff. It's
they
hard to
are
go with them.
kind of hard to go wrong with it. You're right. See, I did not know that they allowed civilians to do halos. I did not know they allowed you to do that.
They don't. So here was the deal. So
how you doing, Hobbies?
Much younger than I am now, and working for the sheriff department, and then we're going back to the late 70s, early 80s, when our county started up their underwater search and recovery unit, aka the dive team. And that was back before nitrox, back before anybody was doing anything particularly high tech other than the Navy. So I was an instructor for our new dive team. Well, back then the Coast Guard would put swimmers in the water, but not divers. So we trained with the Coast Guard frequently when we had aircraft that went down, or boat that went down. We had body recovery.
You're wrong for that.
Other kind of stuff. So back then, our county here in Santa Barbara County, we didn't have helicopters, and so the Coast Guard would say, "Yeah, we'll take your boys out, but we're kicking them out at 30 feet. That's as close as we'll get." So that was my helicopter, experiences, was all with the Coast Guard with full scoop gear, jump out of the HH-52s at first, freaking barn door that you could get out of, and not, worry about chopping your snorkel off with. And then later we went to Aerospatiales, and that was a little different program. You had to go off backwards out of those. So that was what we did. We got to train a lot. We would get out in the ocean there off of Santa Barbara mostly, and out we went from 30 feet, and sometimes at 20 miles an hour plus. So that was a pretty good hit. When you hit the water, you were talking about you hitting the ground head first. I wouldn't want to do that. I got to hit water, not head first, either feet first. And
that wasn't planned.
Water hurts.
That wasn't planned. Yeah, water hurts. Water hurts like concrete.
Yeah, water hurts if you don't do it right. You couldn't have your fins on. You had to have them clipped on side, on your belt to go down, because you break your feet if you had your fins on when you hit the water. But so that was my jumping out of a helicopter experience. We didn't get any ropes or any of that kind of good shit. We just got shoved
jumping out of a helicopter and halo jumping. Yeah, jumping where there's no air.
Oh no, not for me.
I didn't think the helicopter went up that high, but
oh yeah, at me, I'm acrophobic as it is. I don't even like being this tall, boys, and I'm only 5'9". So we're in that helicopter, and we're 30 feet off the deck, and you can see down another 20 feet to the bottom, or 40, however deep the water was where we were, and it looked like a long, stinking way down, and I didn't want to go most of the time. But I'm like the honcho. I got to go first, so off we went. Holy moly! So I got the most respect for you, Willie, jumping out of that sucker.
Sounds cool, Hippo.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Walter. It was a lot of fun.
I know how much fun it was. It was fun.
Oh no, it was a blast jumping out of perfectly good helicopters and perfectly good planes. And
oh yeah,
Hey, G23, good to see you.
The funny thing is, the second, what was it, Iraqi Freedom, I think it was. I don't know which one it was. Buddy of mine's a Navy SEAL, and they're fast roping into a 3-bedroom building. And same thing, helicopter fast roping in on the edge of the building. They thought he was safe. He let go of the rope, fell backwards, hit the first, because they had metal overhang, flipped him around, so he landed smack on his back. And all of his wet pack to sploosh everywhere. And if you ever look through binocs, it looked like he just died. It looked like his brain matter went everywhere, blood everywhere. You know, so they said, coach is down. And he's like, no, I'm not down. I'm just hurting right now. So he had to be on the ground till the next morning to fly him out. So
Yikes.
they said, oh, he's dead. You know, because you just see water fly everywhere and it looks like blood, you know, splatter. It was when he told me that, I was like, yeah, you know, I had my knock go right through my safety glasses, and yeah. Thank God I always didn't wear them. So if I wouldn't have worn them, I would have been blind. You know.
Imagine that stuff coming up. Oh man.
Oh, that would have squished my eyeballs and my skull.
That's not even fun to talk about, Willie.
Oh yeah, it is. It's fun to remember. All the stupid shit we did, right, Chuck?
It's the memories that keep us alive.
Yep, all the stupid shit being young and dumb.
Yeah, I guess. Believing that whatever the boss told you to do was going to be the right thing to do. Oh man.
Well,
you don't second guess
sometimes when you're the boss.
Yeah.
You got to get up and go, okay, well, time to soldier on.
Embrace the suck.
That's it.
Embrace the suck.
Like what Walter was talking about. He was talking about how many times he's used his progressive because he likes to use. I think you know what it is. I've thought about this for a while, and like you can do a lot of videos on a progressive press, but they've got to be on how to set it up, how to get it to work. If you may come into a problem like this, and they say this is the problem I've had, how to alleviate it. But filming a video or a live stream while you're pulling a handle, I don't know if that would be very entertaining to me. I mean, I guess if we were having a chat and you had a few people doing it, but I don't know.
I think you're right, Echo. You know, the progressives, once you get them dialed in, the whole point of the progressive is to get it dialed in, and then you just
and pull those handles as fast as you can
and pull them out, and you hope they don't undial themselves. But when you go to this guy over here and start talking about, okay, you know, here's how I set this particular die up, and here's what's going to happen down here when I do it that way, and here's what's going to happen if I don't do it that way. It's kind of the same thing. You do it once and you go through it. Nobody wants to see you necessarily sit here and do, okay, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to crank that, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to crank that, and I'm going to go here. All of that press stuff is kind of boring past the setup or past the load data part of it. You know, what am I doing for powder? What am I doing for coal? What am I doing for, you know, case prep or whatever? To me, that's the more interesting part. If it's rifles, particularly, you know, say you're the guy who wants to do 6.5 Creedmoor, doesn't have one yet. You want to go find out, you want to do all the background, you want to do all the history, you want to do all the research you can on what gear you're going to need, what dyes are working the best, you know, what are guys using for powder, and how, you know, what range is that powder good for? All that kind of stuff is interesting, but this part right here is just boring. Even I won't watch that.
Well, it's boring unless you've got a major screw up that happens while you're doing it. And if that's the case,
I had one not too long ago, and I did a video about that. One of my Redding dies on this press that Redding sold me to use. And I think I have. Do I have it right here? It is right here. It is this die set for 45. I've been working with that lately. And Redding has. If you buy a Redding die set, you get their standard stock, you know, multi-thousand times reprinted set of instructions, and they're the same instructions for the rifle kits as they are for the pistol kits. And they all say, all right, here's take your size die, and take it down until it touches the shell holder. That's what it says, verbatim. Okay, in their instruction set. Take it down until it touches the shell holder. Well, anybody who runs the T7 knows that there's a detent bulb back here in the back, and if you don't add a little bit of cam over to it, then you get some play here, and that's by design. You want to run that up even with a carbide die until you take that little bit of play out of that detent bulb. But that's not the instructions. The instructions just say right until it touches the shell holder. Well,
that's a good story, Walter. I called Redding here recently.
With that set, it's no bueno, because what happens is, and I don't want to go dig out a shell casing to show you, but what happens if you do that with the 45 Colt die set from Redding is that if you look at an RCBS die, the base of the die is chamfered. The Redding base is straight. And the Redding die will size all the way down to within about, I'll say 3/16 of an inch of the base of the case. And then it leaves a shoulder there because it's not flared. It leaves and it makes your case look like it's a belted case. And I saw that the first time, and I was sitting here cranking away, not paying attention, and I sized 100 cases, and I looked at it. Holy moly, what are these cases? Where did I get? They were Starlines. Since the Starlines started making belted, no, it was the die. I called Redding, and they said, "Oh yeah, we know about that." I said, "Well, why didn't you put it in the instructions?" So they said, "Well, the fix is you take your sizing die, run it to the shell holder, and then back it off a half turn." I said, "Well, you should have said that, in your instructions."
Damn straight.
But then
Walter,
they'd have to reprint all their shit.
Walter, you know what Redding told me a few weeks ago, Walter?
What did they tell you?
I called them about the T7 and a 9mm steel die. I won't say the guy's name because I don't want to trash him. He says, "Oh, you don't do a cam over with a 9mm steel die on a Redding T7." I says, "What?" I says, "Really?" I said, "Okay, bye." And I just quit talking to him. And I keep running into him every time I call. So this particular guy, I don't even want to talk to anymore there.
Just ask for a different guy.
Gosh, the guy don't have a clue. I hate to say it.
The fellow that I talked to was very nice, and I started talking to him. I said, "I got this 45 Colt die set from you guys. Expensive set. What do we give? $150+ for that set. Nice set of dies." And I said, "And it's leaving
Good
a
night,
belt."
HIPAA.
Yeah,
Good night, HIPAA.
The belt on my case.
See you, HIPAA.
And I didn't even finish the sentence.
See you later, HIPAA.
"Oh, you're getting a ring just an 1/8 of an inch above the base of the case." And I said, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He said, "Well," so that's we get a lot of that. And he said, "You just back the die out," and that's it was very nice.
MS, good night, sir.
Good night, Tim.
Night, Tim.
Bunch of quitters.
Tim.
It's early.
Okay,
anyway,
HIPAA.
that's an issue.
Sorry to interrupt you, Walter.
Yeah, good. I thought.
Now, did they compensate?
Hold on, I wanted to hear what Walter said, but I didn't want him to disappear before I said good night.
No, you're good. I was just saying, that was my rant on Redding. I like their products. I like the press. There's some really good products from Redding, but their die instructions is not in that list of products.
That's too bad.
You know what's funny is that a product that's less than half their price, used to be the Lee dies, come with excellent color instructions, easy to follow, because
load data.
And load data, yeah. You don't even
and it's written in
and a shell holder.
Yeah, I know.
I can't tell you how many people have called me up or emailed me and been like, "Hey, how do you get the piece of brass to stay in the RAM?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Send me a picture of the top of your RAM." Wow. And they do, and I know shell holder. I'm like, I'm like, listen, it'll be Redding Press or a RCBS or a Lyman. And I'm just like, you need to buy what's called a shell holder, and that's what per caliber. And these are new people, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they didn't know, and they're like, "Are you serious?" He's like, and he's yelling at his wife. He tells me on the phone, he's like, "We're trying to order one now," and I'm like, "Well, hold on, let me look it up for you and tell you what number to get."
Yeah, yeah, makes and you know, and with Lee, you know, the fact that they ship a shell holder is great because Lee makes 3 different versions of shell holders now. They make the one for the, you know, the standard shell holder. Then they make their shell holders for their primer seating, you know,
Yeah,
which are different, and then they make a whole new series for that APP press that are a little different. So you got to watch that too. But you got to love Lee for the fact that they're, as far as I know, they're the only outfit that sells or that sends you a shell holder with the die set. And why would you not? You know, why would you not include a shell holder with a die set? If someone's ordering dies, it's because they're going to start reloading that caliber and they're going to need a shell holder. Jack the price up another $5 or whatever you got to do, but put it in there.
exactly.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times people would think, and that's the same question they asked me. Why didn't it come with it? And I'm like, I would have paid extra and just had it been included so that I don't have to now stop what I'm doing and order one of these things on Amazon or Midway and wait for it to get here.
And pay shipping and handling and excise tax and California import tax. And
it's one of those enigmas of reloading. You know, it's one of those. Come on, you guys! Haven't you ever been on this end of the game before? Put us through the
Better
show
yet, guys, you order from Midway, and they don't tell you they're back ordering something until your item gets here. I ordered a spring for my Glock, trigger spring, and I call them up saying, "Where's my item?" "Oh, it's on back order." "Why didn't I get an email?" "Oh, we're sorry. We must have skipped yours."
Oh yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Lee die is what I'm going to next. I'm gonna buy Lee.
Midway usually will say on their website if the item's in stock or not.
Stock.
Yeah, they said it was in stock. They said, yeah, it's in stock. And I ordered it, and bingo bango, guess what's not in stock now?
They sold out of it to
well, in Midway's defense, there is a serious thing going on right now.
I can give a rat's ass. I paid my money when they said they had it. I want my shit.
Listen to Willie. That's hilarious.
I spent my money. I want my shit. F everyone else.
You can cancel the order and place one with somebody that's got the part.
But then I asked him, how long do you think it might be? "Oh, we have no idea. There's no ETA. I'm like,
I love that one.
Yeah, no ETA.
Love that one, guys. Thank you so much for letting me know that I'm screwed for 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
Midway's predominantly a catalog store.
Hey, and I don't know if you guys saw Jerry 1911's post. I think he put it up just today about the supply chain because Jerry's in the supply business.
Yeah.
And he had a really good post. He had some good fun shooting stuff on it there also. But he talked a lot about that, you know, and said, you know, it's not just the retailers, it's not just the producers, it's a big piece of our current situation is the supply chain's broken in half. You know, and it's not that
and they want it that way.
Yeah, and it's not
how you doing, Rollis?
Spear and those guys aren't producing the stuff. They can't get it to the retailers because people are getting paid to not work instead of going out and driving the trucks. You know,
this country's in bad crap shape too. Not manufacturing stuff anymore.
Oh, look at this. Rollis says what is this? The Hornady American dies do come with a shell holder and extra pins. And you know why they do? Probably because Lee's been doing it for the last, I don't know, 40, 50 years.
Rollis, I did not know that. That's good.
That is very good of that. Thank you, Rollis. That is very good of Hornady to step up to the plate. And they name it the American Dies.
Those American dyes are interchangeable with some parts from other dyes, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
That's actually a really good
Cedar
idea
stems and
as
what
well.
they are.
Pardon?
I look
Cedar-
at this.
Yeah,
Lakeview says I
yeah,
own
that's
a
one of their
Dylan
selling points.
RCBA.
Yeah, yeah, and and Lakeview, that's very true. When anybody looks at a turret on my press like this, there's
Mm-hmm.
4 different manufacturers of dyes on here,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, Lakeview, they all have their pluses and minuses. I really like of all the Redding dyes, my favorite, because I cast a lot of bullets, is their expander die. Because
Oh
of
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
because of that 2-step
Mm-hmm.
stem that they have in there, that it just makes my cast bullets, you know, start
Yeah.
and stand up nice and straight in there, and I have way less issue with worrying about shaving up lead. It's a great expander die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought the
it
10 coated, Walter. The one
Yeah,
that's titanium coated. I got that one.
yeah. Oh
9
yeah,
millimeter.
now.
that's a wonderful die. It's expensive, but if
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah,
casting
Walter,
bullets, it's
that die expands the mouth for the bullet, but it also, when it hits a certain part, it flares the end like a bell, right? Is that how it does it?
Yeah.
if you well, it will if you go too far, but the idea is that it expands the case first
Yeah.
parallel so that you get your neck tension. Then at the end of that, right at the case mouth, it expands it just a little bit more, again though in parallel sides, so it forms a cup instead of a trumpet like the Lee die does. So the tops of your case mouths are parallel, just a little bit wider than the rest of the case neck. For example,
So
in a straight wall pistol case, so that bullet will start in that little step that's in there, and you're still, you're still looking at parallel case sides as opposed to flared out like that. So you don't get that trumpet mouth. You don't get it, scraping when it goes up inside your feeding die. If you have those big trumpet mouths that sometimes we end up with the lead die, it'll scrape as it goes up inside the cedar die. You don't get that. It sets this bullet right in there so that it sits in there straight like we want them, exactly vertical. Okay. And wide enough so that we don't scrape the sides of the bullet. So it's a great die. It's, like I said, it's pricey. But then right next to it over here is my Lee factory crimp die to do the roll crimp. So, and the seat die is an RCBS. Why? Because the seat stem fits that bullet. And
Right.
the red, this set here for my 45 Colt came with the the micrometer seating die, and that's a great idea. But you got one seat stem, and if your bullet doesn't fit that seat stem, you're out of luck. And that Redding seat stem doesn't fit very many bullets. I don't know maybe they're Seiko dies or something, but they don't fit very many bullets that I have anyway. So I end up using somebody else's, cedar die over here to do my seating.
That's why I like my Arsenal, my Frankfurt Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's got a buttload of different dies that it comes with, or different seating dies that it comes with. And you just swap out for whichever one you want, whichever one fits best.
So when you get the Arsenal seating die, they give you a bunch of stems. Is that what you're saying, Bulldog?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any dies from them. No, that's good to know.
No, it's a seating. It's a micrometer seater.
Okay.
So and it's got its own little heads. I forgot what it. Willie, you've got one. How many heads do they have? 6, 7, 8, something like that.
I've always thought that what our seating,
I gotta get the barrel out.
what our die manufacturers ought to do is that they should give you a seating stem that would be like the ones that we use in our lubricizers. You know,
Mhm.
our top punches is what they're called in our
Right.
lubricizer dies, and those are manufactured for a specific cast bullet. But it would not be difficult at all for the die manufacturers to offer several different top punches to screw right up into their seating dies and use those. Now, NOE, I know because I've had some of their molds, and
NOE,
MP,
MP.
and I have some of their molds. They send their molds out with a top punch.
Yes, they do.
Intended to be used in an RCBS or a Lyman or a Seiko or any of those, lubricizer type presses. But you can go get yourself a Lee Universal Expander die, and I believe it's NOE who makes the part. You stick that up in there and put your and put your top punch in there, and now you got a
Mhm.
custom seat stem for that particular mold, and that's a great idea.
Right.
And I think that the manufacturers, RCBS, Lyman, Redding, Lee, that they all ought to do it that way. Say, hey,
I bought
here's
one
a
of those.
little dinky part we'll sell you for $5, that will fit the XTP bullet or the Sierra bullet or the whatever bullet. How hard would that be for them to do? It'd be easy.
Yeah, I bought one of those from Al. I was buying a couple of different parts from him, and I know what it was. I was buying the different seating dies for my APP. Or,
Down with the
bullet,
APP.
Yeah, right. Kiss my ass. Not seating dies, sizing dies, bullet sizing dies, and he just happened. I forgot who it was. I think it was Taco that had done something on it. One of the guys had done an article on it, and I said, send me one of those too. So right now it's packed away, but I like my my Frankfurt because the thing I like about it is you can drop the bullet in from the front, from the top, and then seat it. So instead of having to come up from the bottom of it,
bottom come down from the top.
Yeah, you just drop it in from there's like a slot right there. You just drop it in.
Have you used that Bulldog? Have you used that with it? Does it work with pistol calibers? It looked to me like that was mostly a rifle application, which I don't shoot much. I'm mostly doing handguns, but
it works with pistol
does
calibers.
It? Okay.
But it all depends on what you've got and what you want to use it for, essentially. If you're going to be using something big and humongous, like a 44, you get the wrong application.
Right. And when it comes to something like a 44 mag or even the 45, Colt, let's face it, we're not making thousands of rounds of those things anyway. We're doing 50 or 100 at a time, and you, at least in my experience, I'm doing those. I'm watching my press real close on those.
But
I'm making one.
You don't need a micrometer. You don't need a micrometer to adjust that to begin with.
No, and these bullets, they've all got a crimp groove in them, for those kinds of, revolver rounds at least, and even for our semi-auto handguns. Like you said, we don't need a micrometer for that. We get an overall length that functions and feeds in our semi-autos and we set things up over here, and and we go or on the Dillon, whatever, and you go. It's not the same as doing rifle rounds where out past 100 yards, thousandths of an inch start making a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using the bullet, then there's a whole different protocol that you need to be observing. And
right.
Walter.
Yes, sir. I see you.
Can you see this bullet? Hold on.
I can see a case in your hand and a belly button and
blow yourself up, dude.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, hang on. Watch that blow yourself. Come on now.
Yeah. That's real portion. Talent right there, Willie.
I'm telling you.
Willie knows how to do it.
I'm telling you, Ranger, lead the way.
All right.
All right. So
all the way.
I'm not used to doing this, but this is a 30 caliber 300 AAC blackout Match King.
Right.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Nice and
this
crisp.
is a 125 grain Sierra Match King for a 30 caliber 308 diameter.
Right.
But I'm not used to this.
I was going to say move your wrist.
There you go.
You're fine now.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm not used to seating bullets like this because I don't do a lot of handgun ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I seat match grade bullets that have a boat tail on them, which makes it very easy to get them in without deforming.
Right?
Yes. So what I was doing was I was flaring the necks on these cases a little bit with a Lee expanding die. But after crimping them, I'm getting all kinds of wacky run out, like concentricity run out. But I mean, when you try to set this bullet in here, you can't even set it to sit up on here. It'll fall over.
Yeah, and not only that, I guess try to push it down in, it's probably going to compress the case and bolt it.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to do is chuck it up in your drill press and get you a rasp and some 200 grit sandpaper and just boat tail off the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bullet. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I can bang those out in the garage tonight for you, Echo.
No. It's just the thing is, I know you get a lot of bullets from like lever guns and stuff like that have a straight shank on the surface like that. And how do you guys seat bullets for lever guns? Because I'm a precision rifle loader. I don't do lever gun ammunition and I don't do handgun very much. And I flare a handgun case.
Lyman M die.
Yeah. The Lyman M die is similar to Redding's expander die in that it creates a different kind of a flare instead of that trumpet style bell.
It opens the whole case.
Yeah, they create a different kind of an expansion. Now I don't know about 300 blackout because I've never loaded for it. So
I do it. I use it.
Okay, then listen to Willie.
Of course, I also trim the inside and outside of my 300 blackout also.
These cases
are
Norma brass made for 300 black.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not worried about that. But what I'm thinking is, should I try to seat one of these bullets without flaring this case and see what I get? I mean,
remember it's a jacketed bullet. It's going to slide right in.
Yeah,
you can try it, but
you don't have to flare
the thing is that it may shave a little bit off the sides of it, depending on how tight you got it.
On a jacketed bullet?
It may. It depends on how tight the sides of his case are.
True. You have an M die, don't you, David?
No, I've got a Lee expanding die. I don't use an M die. I just don't have one.
I can tell you how. I can tell you right now. Go down. Uncle Jim did it. Go down to your local hardware store, get the right dimension bolt. Okay, that's the part where it's not threaded. Okay, you're gonna have your thread parts, and it's gonna go smooth. Mic out one that fits at 309. Chop the freaking thread part off the case. Slide that in your Lee flaring die, and there you go. And now you got an M die.
Yeah, the idea is to create a flare that's not the trumpet flare.
Yeah, it does the whole neck.
Yeah, straight sided.
Well, I've got a
expansion of the
30
neck.
caliber. I've got a 30 caliber Sinclair with an 30 caliber expanding mandrel. Should I be using that instead?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yep, that'll work.
Okay. Well, let's
Absolutely.
dial it up. Let's get this Mama Jama going. What did I do with that die?
Your jacketed bullet's going to slide right in.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to tear it up.
You're not.
Do you have an expanding
It'll work.
an expander ball? That's 3.
Yeah, I've already run that through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's not going to hurt to try it on one round. I mean, you'll know. You know, after one round, you know, if you destroy the case, then you know, big deal. You lost one case, and you can go make another one. 300
Blackout's still a rifle brass. I mean,
I've chamfered and deburred it, so I mean, it's got. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load a primer in this. And what did I do?
Load it like normal.
You can run that Sinclair mandrel down it and load it just like a 308.
Yeah. Okay.
Any 30 caliber. Because I tell you what, when I'm loading 308, 300 blackout, if it's a jacketed load, I don't flare my case. Not at all.
Right.
Well, I know I don't either, but they're usually boat tail. I don't have a lot of experience.
That's the flat bottom base. I got you.
Yeah, you're fine.
The flat bottom girl.
Mm-hmm. It'll seat right. It will.
Come on, David. Just make sure you smack the bottom. It'll slide right in.
Or turn it upside down and just use a ball peen hammer.
That's right.
That bottom girl.
Make the world go round.
You will be fine, Mr. Echo the Bullet Man. Not Bullet Man. Echo the Bunny. Echo whatever. Reloading chamber.
Listen to you, Matt. This monster mashing my channel name.
Hey man, I sucked down my meds like an hour and a half ago. I'm surprised I can walk.
Oh, wow.
Willie, I don't think you're walking. I've seen you kind of wheeling back and forth.
You know what? You're right.
A couple things over on the side chat. Rawless had to leave. He's out of there. Good night, Rawless.
Good night, Rawless.
Talking about the NOE expander. West Covina Dodge says he's backstage.
Oh, okay.
Tin Man does a lot of 300 blackout too. Echo, you can ask Tin Man. I thought he was here, or maybe that was the other one.
You guys private chat, and I'll know you're back there for Echo.
I didn't hear it beep. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Nobody did.
Yeah, it didn't beep.
Covina.
Hey, Pat, brother, what's going on?
I do a bunch of 300, but I'm not doing any jacketed. I'm doing all lead.
I got you.
All cast.
I mainly do lead also because I can't really afford jacketed bullets that often. How you doing, Pat?
Oh, I'm doing good, Willie. You're looking awfully fine there, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
He's got his best side to us, Pat.
Yeah,
that's right. My moneymaker.
Well, the bad thing is that he just told us that he's on his meds. He can't walk, but yet he's reloading. Yeah. That's scary.
And you know why? Because I have a beautiful Dillon powder dispenser, and that Dillon powder dispenser, there's nothing finer.
Hooked up to his lead press.
That's right.
He's going to fall asleep like Elvis Presley used to.
Uncle Jim said it never worked, and I pull the handle all the time. Thanks to Mr. Kyle Lusk. If it wasn't because of Kyle, I would never even think about trying a Dillon powder dispenser on the Lee.
Yeah, Willie. I used to pull the handle all the time too. Then, I got a girlfriend. Life changed.
I got you, buddy. I got
I
you.
shouldn't be up this late at night.
Oh,
Oh, come
whatever.
on, old man. You ain't that old.
Yeah, man. I'm
And it
getting
ain't
there.
that
I'm
late.
74, man. I'm starting to feel it. Things are
74?
changing.
That ain't shit.
Yeah,
1 mile, good for you. 2 miles, good for me.
there you are. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, look, y'all are all from California, so
Actually, there's 3 Californias on here right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what the
I
age
see.
conversion rate is here, but, it's probably like, 74 in California is, I don't know,
30
37
and
in
elsewhere.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at what 3 kayaks,
Yeah,
2
right.
or 3.
This guy's got more
Yeah,
stuff for. Hey,
motorcycles
listen.
over there somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, you got your bike
Exactly.
over there.
Yeah. We got motorbikes, we got kayaks, we got scuba gear, we
Okay,
got,
and you feel how old today?
112.
Exactly.
You know, age is relative.
It is. It's it's a number. It's not a concept.
Wires everywhere.
Pat, you're working.
He's wired.
Yeah,
Did he just say wires everywhere?
I did.
He is.
Poor Pat.
All kinds of colors.
Pat the cat is always working, making that money.
You know what? One of these days, I'm going to see Pat get pissed off at whoever's in charge of his job. He's going to walk out there with a set of those head strummers and just like.
I fixed your connection problem.
what do you call it? The overhead lights are running on 270, so I just gotta plug my network equipment in to the 273 phase, and that should take care of it pretty good all at once.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Pat.
So Hobby's Hobo, that's Mike over there on the sidetrack. Chat wants to know what I'm doing, getting ready to, he heard that I've taken off, I guess, next week on a motor trip. So, Mike, we're heading over out of California, across Nevada into Utah, then up through Wyoming and into Montana for a little BMW club rally up there in Red Lodge, just east of Yellowstone. And then I don't know where we had originally planned to go over to, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, come back that way, but it's all on fire now. So I think we're going to dip back down into western Colorado and come back in through Moab way, maybe over to Torrey and Canyonlands, and then Torrey and out through Escalante, and then back across Nevada back into California. That's kind of what it's looking like. A couple weeks worth, 6,000 miles, I think we'll do.
You're the man.
Before we're done.
Good for you.
Doing it on a Beamer in comfort.
Yep, doing it on Beaver. Yep.
I don't know about comfort.
Rough riding Beaver. No, this is a nice bike.
Look,
this bike's coming.
Oh yeah, it's for a motorcycle, but it's not like driving a car. It's
no, air conditioning is what it is.
When your legs get sore or your back gets sore from holding the handlebars, no matter how good a position it is, you just sometimes have to be like, I got to get off this thing for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes.
Well, we ride.
I got to tell you,
is kind of the same way I am, and we'll do 100 miles and then stop. And, 100 miles in a shot's enough. That we, I've learned that more frequent short breaks are better than fewer long breaks. So an hour and a half at a shot, that's good enough. You need to get off and pee and, eat or take on fuel or something anyway. So that's kind of how it goes. And we have the cool vests that we use for the heat, and heated jacket liners for the cold, and you got that kind of stuff, weather protection gear. So it's all right. As long as you got good rubber and plenty of gas, you can go.
I used to ride, not anymore.
Good rubbers.
No,
That's right.
I still got my bike sitting over here in the garage, but that's where it's going to stay until one of my nephews gets it. I
What
was
is it,
Kind of,
Bulldog? What
yeah,
is
what
it?
is it?
it's a Shadow 1100.
You winterized it, right?
In Louisiana.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah,
saying, make
it's
sure
in
the tank is dry so you're not, screwing up your tank, letting it sit in the fuel lines. And
it's in the air conditioning in the garage. So yep, it's winterized.
I got you. No, I'm
No,
just saying because look at the new gas we have. The new gas sucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
ethanol gas is
I
hard on
as
my
run
rubber.
ethanol. Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
got,
run
Dude,
ethanol through my bike.
I
I
don't
got,
run ethanol through it. I've got a as a matter of fact, the guy that the place that I trade the wheel weights for,
mm-hmm.
um, they run they're 100%
Unleaded
real
gasoline.
gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, real gas.
I
Good
put
luck
So
finding
that's where
that.
I get mine.
I
I
put
can
marine,
find it all
And
over in Florida.
I
You
put
just have
marine,
to pay for it.
I put
well,
marine stable in my Corvette. I treat
Yeah,
well,
it.
stable's good if you're gonna store it.
Yeah,
I
if you
ran.
guys are looking for a place to purchase um, regular leaded gasoline, look at marinas, and because marine engines cannot run on ethanol fuel.
Yeah.
It's way too it makes the motor run way too hot, and
Well,
it burns up the
breaks down
valves
the
in them and
seals.
stuff. Yeah. So you can go there, you're going to pay more for it, but you can literally, and if you have a Sunoco, they have regular unleaded fuel and they have race fuel, 105 octane at the pump.
That's what I need in my car. Fire.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You'll burn your valves up. If you don't have a cam and head set for it, you're going to burn your valves. Don't
I got,
use that crap. You're just throwing money away.
The
well, at
the
least 100
BMW here
octane.
runs real
I
well.
have
It's 200.
roller rockers in my Vet.
That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say,
So,
Elliot,
Yeah, I know.
AR, you do not need 109
No,
race
I'm
gas
not gonna
in
run
that vet.
it. I need at least 103.
Yeah, you just get super unleaded. It's like 91. That's all you need. Unless
No,
you
it
just
says
want to throw
right on
money
the
away.
car that not to run anything less than 93 octane
Yeah,
in his car.
Well,
I
then
have
you
to.
run
Yeah.
91 with a boost added to it. That's all you need. I'm just saying, you're just throwing good money away. If you want to do it, go for it, buddy. You know?
I used to. One time, my girlfriend borrowed my car, and I went to work, and it was pinging. And I said, "Called her." I said, "What kind of gas you put in my car?" She
Cheap as
said,
shit.
"Red."
87.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even run. It
Yep.
was
Wouldn't
clanging.
even run, backfiring up through the
Yeah,
intake.
Pinging
shell
like you wouldn't
regular.
believe.
Ping it,
What I
ping,
That
ping,
find,
ping.
motorcycle over there will run on anything I put in it other than diesel. You'll lose power, but it won't ping.
That would
And
be cool if a bike ran on diesel.
well, the Army made a KLR 650 with a diesel motor in it,
yes, they did.
and they didn't work out real well, but they tried it, and it was a good
That would
idea
be
because
cool, though.
everything else they had was running on diesel, but not a good idea in a motorbike. I know a couple guys that have accidentally put it in their motorcycles and
Yeah, they didn't get very far.
pulled over 200 feet later and had to dump the tank out.
But I'll tell you what, they had the cleanest valves there were.
Yeah, well, it's these California guys. They see the green hose handle and they think that it's eco-friendly, so they put that in their motorcycle.
That's funny.
That is funny because I could see somebody doing that. And because
Up
a
and in.
motorcycle has such a big valve cap opening, the diesel pump handles will even go right in them.
Oh yeah, they'll go in there. All right, boys.
You know what?
I'm gonna go hit the shower, hit the sack.
You're not ready to do some 24-hour reloading?
Rinse and repeat tomorrow. I got my reloading done for today. So
I'm thinking about, I think you can start reloading some 30-30 or something, and we'll all start doing 2-2-3.
There you go.
Come on, Walter. You know you're going to stay up and go out and party.
No. She's already
Yeah, he's gonna put us on
another little MP hollow point mold. I just cast up these the other day, powder coated them. That's right now it's at 358, but I'm going to try size them down to 5.6 to try in the 9mm. So it's
that's a nice looking bullet.
7 grains or so, slick sided hollow point. Another nice MP mold. Can use it in my 38 or 357, but I haven't shot these at all, so I got to get those loaded up and tried.
That's a nice looking bullet, Walter. Nice looking bullet.
Thank you, sir. All right, boys. Good night, all. Have a good evening.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Good night, Walter.
Tomorrow, have a good Sunday.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Pat, what's new with you, buddy?
Oh, boy. I just got a 3D printer. Just showed up on the front porch today.
Oh, you broke down about a 3D printer.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
If I knew computers, I think I'd buy one.
Yeah, what else? I got to figure out the upper radiator hose on the LS3 swap I'm doing on a GT.
You're doing a V8 swap, huh?
Well, I'm doing a 6.0 to 6.2 swap.
Good for you, Pat.
L76 to LS3.
Good for you, buddy.
Let's see. What else? Got my usual parrot drawn at home. One of my parrots isn't speaking to me right now.
No?
No, she's pissed at me for no good.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Well,
probably because
that's the deal.
Yeah.
Your bird wants to have a baby.
Oh, she doesn't care, but he really, really would like a piece of ass.
Oh, you know he would.
Oh, yeah. What else cooking? I was cleaning out under my bed, and I found an air pistol for rat shooting that I'd lost.
There you go.
So I'm happy. So the rats are going to get the 177 instead of the 22.
Hey, Pat, while you were looking under there, did you by any chance find my my 310 150 NOE mold?
No, I didn't, but I did find a Lyman mold case. Got an orange one.
How they seating Echo?
Well, I have not put in the expander. I'm going to see if I can seed it.
Okay.
With just a little bit of hope and a prayer, because this thing really doesn't want to stay in the top of this bullet.
Hey, Mr. Pat Cat, how is that rifle working out that you had Kenny order for you and load up rounds?
If you use that mandrel, it will go in there though.
Oh, it ain't done yet. There's still more parts to be got.
Oh, okay.
But that's going. You know, I'm in trouble for that. So I stole the bolt off the minion gun for that. And just yesterday, the little woman's like, you know, as soon as the weather gets cool, I want to go out and shoot my guns. They're all working, aren't they? It's like, So I've been.
You better run out and get another bolt, buddy.
I've been looking, man. You want to talk about slim fucking pickings on bolts right now? It's
yes, sir.
What kind of bolt do you need?
I need a AR-10 bolt. You know, SR-25. So
can't help you.
Yeah.
I gave Willie the only one I had that I had extra.
No, but there's
no, he needs a bolt and bolt carrier.
Oh, he needs an entire bolt carrier.
Yeah. So who is it? Armor Ally has one in stock. It's I forget, begins with an F. So name brand. and not bad, and it's nickel boron.
Let me know, Pat. I can send you mine to use.
No, I'll have, before that happens, I'll go steal it back from Kenny. But
Gotcha.
no, I'm on the lookout. So the prices get reasonable on AR parts, and they're starting to. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but parts are starting to get sane again.
Yeah, I'm noticing it.
Yeah, I just got an email yesterday, and I've been like, two things came up to ruin my paycheck. So Sarco's got set me kits on sale again for $109, and
What do they have again?
set me, Spanish G3s,
Oh, okay.
kind of like an HK91 but different with wood furniture. Uh,
How much are they?
But convertible.
yeah, 109 each.
Oh, damn, that's dirt cheap.
No barrel, no receiver. So I've been thinking, that'd be something good to put away, because I wish I would have put a bunch of, what do you call them, FNFOL kits away when they were cheap. Hindsight's 2020. So that's
Yes,
one.
sir.
And then the FN. So who was it? I think it's PSA has FN USA 16-inch AR-15 barrels, chrome line, button rifled, military profile for 118, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Echo,
You guys were right.
Yeah, it'll
Look
work.
at this. Look at this.
I knew it would.
Told you
All
they would
right.
work.
So
All
I
right.
didn't expand it. I just
Blow
ran the
yourself
bullet.
up. Blow
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
up so we can see you.
I'm using the 150 grain. What is it? Interlock, and they're 308, non-boat tail, and I use the mandrel, the Sinclair, and it seats perfect. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just seeded this one with nothing because I used the expander ball when I resized this piece of brass.
Right.
So, and I chamfered and deburred it. So I just set this round in there, and it was harder to get in.
Yeah.
But
seats a little different boat
But it's
tail.
there.
Definitely.
yeah,
Still go in.
and it doesn't appear to have any type of a ring around it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like you've got any cuts.
Yeah, I got the interlock here, 30 caliber, and they're the same way. They're not boat tail. They're non-boat tail, I should say.
Yeah, that's just kind of crazy. I wouldn't think that would go down in there like that with that amount of neck tension.
I actually was watching you flare that the other day and was thinking that you didn't need to, but I didn't say anything.
You should have.
I thought that was your process. So,
well, no, you should have asked me, or at least, I'd have been like, no, this whole back of this bullet, this style of bullet, I've never used before because these are not match bullets. Usually match bullets have a boat tail on them. 90%. Well, in 308 Winchester, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is a whole different type of deal.
Just remember something.
Your brass will last
what you're
longer
shooting is not a precision round. Okay.
Oh yeah, I realize, but now I have 0 run out almost. Look at this, guys. You remember how I was getting like 3/1000ths on some of the good ones?
Right.
Yeah, okay. This one I just grabbed. Let me.
Yeah, your brass will last longer too, Echo. Your 300
Yeah.
blackout brass will definitely last longer without expanding it like that.
Let's see here.
What's the matter, baby girl? What's the matter? Good girl.
Yeah, a lot of people just guide them up with their fingers because when it's non-boat tail like that, and then they see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I saw the thing was I was watching Johnny's Reloading Bench, and a fortune cookie video came on, and he was loading 30-30 Winchester. And I was like, oh, this is going to be what I need to watch, because I know a lot of those bullets are like that. And I was watching it. Let's see here where it's. Can you guys see that pretty good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, we can tell if it moves. Yeah, go ahead. We can
Get it closer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was getting like 3,000 or sometimes almost 4. Now watch.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's good, bud.
Yeah, that's good.
How you like that?
That's what I was getting out of that 4-hole turret press.
This is a
Hey,
4-hole
you got-
turret press.
Right there,
That's
you
what I
got
was
too
getting
much.
out of mine, buddy.
You got too much run out right there.
No.
Yeah, that's a reject. Send it to me.
Send that to one of us.
That's better than the factory, actually.
Yeah, that's better than any factory ammo you've ever seen. But that's
sweet.
okay, because I'll just go in now. Now I'm gonna crimp it, and we'll see
hang
how
on,
much.
Man. Winchester white box blows that away, dude. Come on, you know that.
All right, here comes the crimp, gentlemen. Hold on, I want to set my crimp die to
Bolt
factory.
gun or gas gun?
Gas gun, buddy.
Yeah, crimp it.
Which one are you shooting?
300 black with a pistol gas system, but I do have a David Tubbs flat wire spring in it, so it gives me a lot.
Those.
Yeah, it gives me a lot more. Gives me a lot more control over the ejection and the violent natures of a pistol link gas system.
Yeah, because it
overgasses everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I
either
need to order those springs.
Oh yeah. You know, with a pistol gas system, it's violent. It is. But if you're gonna try to shoot subsonic 225 grain or 220 grain and actually have the weapon cycle without it actually failing, it's the only way to go. Unless you want to drill your gas hole out bigger on your gas port, on your gas hole or gas port in your barrel. I hear my cat. Yelling at my door. Huh?
I said, you Echo Bunny?
Oh yeah, that's my girl. My wife is jealous of her. She's like, you spend more time with that cat than you do with me. And I'm like, that cat gives me lots of snuggle time.
Okay, inquiring minds, has anyone ever loaded a pistol bullet in backwards and shot it to see what it would do?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
What did it do?
This is
fine.
This is Lee Factory Crimp die, and we just saw this had almost 0 run out. And now let's see what it's got after I factory crimp it.
I'm coming.
Still good.
Just a little bit, but about the same.
You got the same.
Yeah, it looks the same to me.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
There you go, David. You got it, buddy.
All right, we got a perfect round. And that's
reloading.
I think you got your process down pat, Dave. Willie, on your answer to loading stuff backwards.
Yes, sir.
The first thing that I ever learned to load backwards, my dad had some hollow base wad cutters.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And we took them and loaded them backwards so that they had just a giant hollow point. And used those in 38 and 357, as self-defense rounds.
Who's echoing? Somebody's
got their stream going, or their volume on their speakers turned up too loud and it's picking it up on their microphone or something like that. I'm guessing. Of
Well,
course,
I
I'm
don't
not.
have a speaker.
Yeah,
out.
you're using headphones, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm on earbuds.
I'm certainly am. It's all Pat's fault. Blame it on Pat.
I ain't
Pat's
worried
the cat.
about it. It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not.
Where
Pat's
was I
a computer
pulling
geek.
brass from? Over here.
Oh, I'm going to bed next.
You are not. You are not allowed to go to bed.
I'll lay down.
We're gonna be reloading all night now.
I
I
had to work.
just fixed the problem.
I just installed my brand new air mattress, so I got to get in there. And I put a 1-inch memory foam underneath
Listen to him.
the thing, zipped it up, boy. So it's gonna be a little softer tonight. May last 6 months. I'm lucky. But, I won't call them Monday. I'm gonna tell them, hey, I got a bed here leaking air. Send me another one.
A little cushion for the pushing.
Well, what is? I bought a air bed years ago. It helps my back. It's fantastic sleeper. About every 7 months, it develops a leak continuously for almost 3 years.
That's because he keeps popping it.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't poke it with a little Peter. Putting a hole
Quit
in
wearing
it.
spurs to bed.
Stop. Yeah.
Some nights I dream, get carried away with those girls in those dreams. What can I say?
If you're gonna wear spurs, do not wear the ones with rowels.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliot, I just realized I sent that information to your email.
Okay.
So you should have it. I think that's where I sent it.
AR Guns, 1776.
Or did you send it to his other email? Whips and chains and leather.com.
I was gonna say something a lot worse, and I'm not going there.
Whips and chains and leather.com at AR Guns. Cat's out there crying at me.
Yeah, Echo's got it made. He's unlimited streaming for 30 days.
How'd you get that?
His wife's gonna leave him.
How the hell did you do that, Dave?
I got StreamYard now. So basically I've got a show Monday that I had to do, and I didn't have much time left on my StreamYard account. And I have a show that I've been planned for a while on Monday that I got to do with a buddy of mine. We're comparing our two Mech Marksman presses.
Cool.
And basically, he sent me brass. So it's going to be a cool show. We're going to be I'm going to be resizing some 308 Winchester on a full length sizing die and checking the run out.
So it's gonna be a lot of cocks and balls.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a reloading show where we're going to actually do a true review of the Mech Marksman.
There you go.
And it's not going to be jaded by we both bought these presses. There's no. Yeah, we both bought them. We didn't get these presses from Mech, for doing a review.
It's not going to be a shill show.
Well, it's not going to be an advertisement. I don't like using that word shill because some channels sell their that they make a living off YouTube. I have nothing against that. That's as American as apple pie.
Yep.
But what I do have a problem with guys that advertise for companies and don't tell them that they got the product for free review.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that should be disclosed.
I didn't mean it,
I know you're busting balls.
aversely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
busting. Yeah, I'm
understand.
busting
Yeah,
your balls.
yeah.
I know you.
And
Busting your balls.
to me, there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. So I don't.
As
Yeah, I
long as
mean,
it's
It's
not
not.
Patreon, I don't give a shit.
Mhm.
I don't, I mean, I don't see a reason, a bad reason to make money off of it anyway. But if you're if you're getting stuff from somebody for nothing, okay, and to talk good about them, I've seen there's a whole lot of shows where
yes, you
they
have.
get they get something and it's like blah 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 blah. How this is great. This is apple
Yeah.
pie. This is so good. And it's like fuck you. I've got one of
Mhm.
those. Those things suck.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Or, a guy watches it and he lives out in the middle of nowhere. So he doesn't have a bunch of friends to help him with reloading or to share ideas and informations about various different, products. Very limited exposure is what I'm talking about. And he
Uh huh.
watches these videos to find out whether or not that product is worth buying.
Come on, Sophie.
And then they end up telling him
Come
it's
on.
the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Come on.
And they've used it
Go.
for an entire 30 minutes, including setup and bolting cuts down, and basically have no idea whether it's junk or not, but probably have some idea by the way it feels, just like most people that have mechanical experience or just knowledge in, what a quality product should look like and feel and how it should perform.
Mhm.
Well, let
And
me watch three other people's reviews, and then I'll do my own.
It should
yeah,
be an honest review, but you don't
yes,
see a lot
that's
of
what I'm
people
getting
doing
at.
that.
Well, the
Sorry, I'm
problem
shaking shit.
is these companies sponsor these guys,
Mhm.
and if they say anything bad, they lose their sponsorship, and that shouldn't be part of the deal. This company, any company, whether it be Redding, Lyman, or Lee, or any of them,
Mhm.
should want the truth so they can improve their product upon what their customers are telling them. Lee
Right.
is like that. Lee, I believe, talked to Julio when with the APP in
Mhm.
the
Uh huh.
beginning.
Yeah, I
What he
believe
they
you're right.
saw,
And
they saw
they
Yeah.
his
saw one of
video,
his videos. I believe
and
someone shared it with Lee, one of his
yes,
videos about the APP, and they actually stepped up and said, "Hey, let's redesign it," and that's
which I
fucking
think
cool.
is incredible as all get out.
But why in the hell won't
Yeah.
they redo it for us casters? And we say, "Hey, you know what? You really should make this bullet, and you'll
Well,
sell a shitload more."
all
Mhm.
right, Willie.
Yes, sir.
Then maybe what we need to start doing, and 300 Blackout is an excellent platform that needs improvement. Okay,
Yeah.
from Lee. Okay, molds that we need made are 150, say 175, 210, 225, four molds.
Shit, we can use 260s for the low and slow guys with a can.
Well,
You know.
but okay, but when you start getting you start getting into changing your the size of your blocks.
Yeah.
Okay, so but if
Well,
we
that's why
can,
they said they'll never make a six cavity of the missile. They're saying they don't have enough room.
well, but the missile sucks to beat all hell. Okay,
Yep. Thank
I've
you.
got two. I've got two of them sitting on a shelf. One of them's brand spanking new, ain't never been, ain't ever had um, lead poured in it. And the other one's, um, I don't know how many of them I made,
Maybe I'll buy one from you because I want to try what Mr. Champion said.
Well,
Drop them and then put, normal lube on them.
you can do that. It's one of the cavities has got a scar in it.
I wouldn't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the bed, guys. I'm gonna see you
You're
all
going
later.
to bed. Man,
Yeah.
All
listen
Good
right.
to
night,
you.
AR.
Good night, man.
Listen to the A
Well,
to the R. What is
He's going to
going
Z
on,
to the
man? Are
Z.
we?
He's
1:08
quitting on us.
a.m. here. Anyway, you all have a good night. I
Yes,
enjoyed
You
it.
too,
sir.
AR.
Thanks for coming out,
You too.
AR. I appreciate it, brother.
Good night, AR.
Get some good sleep, buddy.
See you, Bulldog.
Hey,
Willie.
All
remember,
right.
I'm going to be
Sleep
sending
good.
you in about 30 minutes a picture of my ankle.
No, I don't want that.
I'm gonna send you a
Yeah.
picture of Willie's.
You remember that picture I showed you yesterday of my crotch? You're going to be getting that in like 30 minutes.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
without clothes.
I'll turn my phone off.
Off. Yeah, this is
It
just
doesn't matter.
he's
It's going
like,
to go to
"Done,
your
listen."
email. It's going to go to your phone. I'm going to put it all over Facebook saying he asked me to send him this.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All
Good
right,
night, buddy.
brothers.
You too.
Take me easy.
Night.
Night, y'all.
I'm going to blast his ass on Facebook.
Oh, my God.
I would never do that.
I haven't seen
Willie,
the little one in more than a week.
You're not right.
That fucking shelf of yours is looking really good.
What show?
Your little shelf on your ass, you're getting a little butt on you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's
Pat.
because Willie won't stay out of them damn chips.
You know it. I'm addicted. They're my crack.
Pat,
He's like,
why are you noticing his ass?
Like I
Because
said,
my ass is beautiful.
I haven't seen my
he's,
little
he's
one for
like,
about
I like
2 weeks.
looking at ass. You got a problem with that? And everybody's like, no, I don't have a problem with it.
So yeah, it's everything starts to get good looking after about 2 weeks.
I'm telling you what, I'm almost out of powder now. Yay, almost out of that CFE pistol. CFE pistol. Yuck.
Speaking of powders, I don't know who I told last night, but I bought from Powder Valley. I was able to get 5 pounds, which is their maximum that they allow you to buy in 1 pound increments of long shot, and 3 pounds of ram shot tack rifle.
Never tried either one, my friend.
Well, long shot I use in my shotguns.
Oh, okay.
Pray to God that goes up in there. That one did not want to.
Why wouldn't it go in there? I don't understand that.
I couldn't get it to. Did you see that?
Negative.
Okay.
Well, you got a UFO hovering.
I am looking the wrong way for me to see it, mister.
Oh, you looking backside.
Yes, sir.
Did it go?
Yeah.
Told you it would.
It went. See what this one turns out to be. Take this back over to the satellite beach over here. We're going full Stadenko. Investigation. Emporium. The Stadenkos. Where is the Stadenko?
Mr. Stanko?
There it is. There she is. Dirty, filthy girl.
Time for some bleach.
All right.
So what size bullets are those?
These are 308, 125 grain, Match King.
125s.
Yeah, Match King and Sierra. The product number is 2121.
And you're loading them with H110?
Yeah, 17.3 grains. All right, are we watching this?
Yeah.
This one's moving a little bit.
Another reject. Send it over.
That one is 2,000. That is just at my max for
2,000 is not bad for a blackout.
Well,
I like to see
okay.
0. And you know
I
why I
got
got
you.
that?
I got you.
It's because this case wasn't chamfered enough. And I bet you I can make this next one. Let's go ahead and crimp it and see if it improves or decreases the that was a little over 2,000ths out. So let's see
Did you
what a
mark
factory.
where your node was on it?
No. The high spot? No, I did not.
Right.
Because it doesn't make a difference. There's nothing I can do about it at this point unless I put it. See, what I'm guessing is it may not be the bullet, but the problem is I do have a Hornady concentricity thing that will let you push bullets, but these are Sierra Match King and they have an extremely thin copper jacket. And you
Right.
try to push one of these and you'll just bend it.
Well,
You'll put a dent. You'll dent it.
Well, the thing I was thinking of is more of when you go to crimp it, you know, if you've got one side or the other that's maybe crimps a little bit heavier.
All right, now you watching this there, Bulldog?
I'm watching.
All right, brother. See if this does anything different. Okay, I'm on 0. A little right of 0, it looks like. Left 1,000th, 2,000th.
I didn't even see that. I'm blind.
I'm just counting. That's within 2,000. So that passes for my failure. You know what I'm saying? Is a 2,000 run out.
Yeah, but you got to remember one thing there, David. You are not shooting a match rifle. You're shooting a 300 blackout pistol.
Don't you worry about my match rifle 300 black. I'll be shooting 1,000 yards with these bullets. Straight up almost. The trajectory
exactly.
is
You're going to be aiming
up.
40 feet straight above the target.
Basically, I'll be aiming for the sun in the sky and
You're
then
hitting
a target about 400 yards down.
And you're going to hope that it hits the moon, right?
Yeah.
He's dropping artillery there, Bulldog.
All right, so we'll go and do one more. And what we'll do is we'll check to make sure this one's got a nice crimp in it. And we'll brush the case. And now this time I'm brushing the case. Before I didn't. So this time I'm basically using a 30 caliber brush, going in there and brushing it. Now I was told, and I watched, just doing this reduces the amount of force needed to seat the bullet by over 20%.
That's interesting.
All right. Now run that on your concentricity and see what your run out is.
Is that even moving?
You got teensy movement. Like right there. Go back.
Like right a half a thousandth or less.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you got like a half.
And some of that's probably the bumps that you see are from my fingers rotating it. The run, the travel you see is from it actually having run out. Yeah, it's teeny little about. Okay, so we got less than a half a thousandth run out there. And we're not flaring it or anything. I got good. I brushed it. Oh, I got to put a primer in this thing. And
powder?
In powder. Yeah, that would help.
Yeah, sure.
Only if you plan on shooting it.
Yeah, only if I actually plan on discharging.
That's a great looking dummy round. All the other ones are like 6,000s out, but that's a beautiful dummy round.
Yeah, I sent Uncle Jim a message last night. I felt sorry for him after I read his reply. He's
What
got
happened?
he's got the American the Ruger American Ranch,
Yeah.
but he has an earlier version that doesn't come with the conversion kit. Mine came with the conversion kit that allowed me um, to change over to M16 magazines.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So, like, I used the little shorty blackout magazines, or not shorty blackout, but the little shorty AR magazines, the little 20 rounders,
Yes, sir.
and they fit great up underneath it, and they're um, like if you want a single feed, they single feed a whole lot better than that stupid ass rotary magazine that Ruger built.
Yeah, I heard about those shitty rotary mags. Jim always talks about it.
And Ruger knows better. When I called him up, I told him, I said, "You people know better. You've been building rotary magazines for 1022 for eons. You know better. This is
Mm-hmm.
junk." And the guy's like, "Well," I said, "Don't make excuses. Y'all built and sent out junk." And my wife is like, "You need to be nice." Because
Why?
I was coming off of an operation, and I was on narcotics,
Yeah.
Yep,
but
I already know.
I'm
Yeah,
on
and
them
you don't want to.
already.
Yeah,
I'm
you don't want
still
to
on
put
them.
up with no shit.
but
I don't
the
want
thing
no
is,
excuses either. When I
but
used to come out of surgery, I've been in there. I've been right there, Bulldog. And I would have somebody give me some bullshit, like especially picking up medication at the at like CVS or something. They'd start some shit, and you would be like, "Are you kidding me? I just got released from the hospital, and you're gonna start."
you're gonna give me crap.
Yeah, I'm just like, just fill the prescription. That's your job, isn't it?
Now my wife will tell you that the amount of times that she has seen me angry, okay, and that she has seen me um, incensed to anger, she can count them on one hand. Okay, I do not get angry. I do not have a temper. I'm a very very even. Um,
Killed.
yeah,
Chuck,
I'm
if you
probably
asked
one
my
of.
wife, she'll say the exact same thing about me. No, I kid you not.
Yeah.
She's the one hot and bothered and screaming and bitching. She sees I'm in pain. The nurses aren't doing shit. And I'm like, it's okay. Just let them do their job. They'll be here in a second.
That's
She's the
only
one
because you
saying,
were scared they were gonna poison and kill you.
no, I wasn't scared about that. I was just scared they're going to fucking make me go home with nothing, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about medication, surgery wise. I'm talking about since the day that she's met me in 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up until now. That's how even tempered I am. I have no temper. Um, but and I told these people, I said, you people have made a critical mistake with developing this piece of junk. I said, now, if I wanted junk, I could have bought somebody else's junk. I expect a higher quality piece of equipment out of y'all, and this just isn't it. But what can we do to make it better? I said, well, how about if you send me um, the whatever you want to call it, the converter kit that converts it to AR magazines. Well, that's such and such amount. I said,
You should have said, I ain't paying for it. You're paying for it.
I said, do you not understand that I'm not interested in spending more money with you on this rifle? You're gonna get to fix the problem, okay? Now I can fix it very simply, and I can make a very big deal out of it because I can put it on YouTube. I can take it to the range. We can show people how big of a piece of junk this rotary magazine is. I don't have a problem doing that. I'd much prefer that we come up with something that's an amicable
Solution.
solution. So they said, well, yeah, we think it would be in all of our best interests if we went ahead and sent you that conversion kit, and I don't remember what they sent me, a whole little package, a swag package to go with it. And I'm like, okay,
Well,
problem
that's the right
solved.
thing to do,
Yep, that's the right thing to do.
because now they continue to keep you as a customer.
Right.
Whereas if they would have saved a couple dollars not sending you that, you will spend that money somewhere else. This way, they've got, next time you buy something, you're going to look at Ruger to see if they've got anything that will fit your needs,
Well,
because of the way you were treated. Now, they could have done better. They could have not been, quite so, as a matter of a fact, that costs money type of thing, when I've already spent quite a bit of money on one rifle, it should work. The bottom line is, if you don't make me happy, I'm going to tell you to keep it and send me a check.
Well, I didn't, I was ready to, to give the whole thing back to them. Actually, I was ready to give the whole thing back to the company that I bought it from, which would have meant that, it had gone to, to somebody who's, a local FFL that would have lost money in the deal. And that really wasn't fair to them. But, like, I've got one of the PC9, or not PC9s. Or is it a PC9? It's the 9mm.
Is it the
Okay,
one that
now
PCC Kid uses?
here we go.
All right, we're waiting.
All right, I know I'm got a little bit of arthritis. I got a little muscle crampage there and some bone achage.
Embrace the suck and get it done.
Yeah, all right. This is pre-factory crimp.
All right, so
I'm looking like 1,000th.
you're looking like 1,000.
Yeah.
And before
It was less than a half 1,000th. So I'm adding a half 1,000th to that one with run out.
I like that setup there, Echo. I got the Hornady coefficiency gauge, but I like that one.
Yeah. Sinclair, they listen to people, and they have some pretty good people that work in their design industry division. They're, I guess, what do they call that?
R&D.
Yeah, R&D.
What the hell's behind it with the red funnel on top? What the hell is that? Silver and gray.
Scale.
Behind your H110. What scale
That
is it?
is my dispenser and scale. That's a Lyman Gen 5.
Oh, okay. I have a Lyman Gen 6. So.
Yeah, you got the smaller version of that, but that had the bigger displays, so
Yeah,
I
it's
could
nice.
see it a little better.
Yeah, I have that Lyman brand new sitting here in the box.
Hey guys, I'm going to call it a night. I got to hit the road here, but if you're on in an hour, I'll see you then.
All right, Pat.
All
Thanks
right,
for
Pat.
coming on, bud.
Hey, Pat, thanks for stopping by, brother. I really appreciate it.
As Uncle Jim says, Pat the cat.
Hey, Mig. Bye, Mig.
Bye,
Bye,
Mig.
brother. Bye, Meg.
Wow, it got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, it just dropped out for a short minute. Looks like I got to go
No, Pat. I think when Pat dropped out, all of those fans running.
No, I have my fan running next to me, so I don't know if you hear that one or not.
Oh, yeah, he might have had like a fan running in there because when he's got all that electronic stuff going, it gets hot.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing about having a bunch of computer stuff running is if you don't have the good AC, you're gonna cook.
I understand.
Okay, I'm just barely bumping this to get it to 2250. I had it at 2253, which really isn't that bad. 3000s, but I try to when I don't want to run into a problem with magazine. Yeah, I got 50 now and a half, so that's good enough. We'll go ahead and throw a crimp on her and see what her concentricity is.
Oh, I don't know if any of y'all are interested, but Magpul is supposed to have 20 round, 300 blackout specific magazines available sometime within the next little bit.
I have 2 of them I bought from a gun show here 6 months ago.
20 rounders?
20 rounders from Magpul?
They're 300 specific?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I bought them, but they work great. I got to get some more. That's the problem.
Hey,
Is when I
look
go
at
to
this now.
Georgia, I'm going to be dropping serious coin.
It looks like that factory crimp die took some of the runout out by forming the brass straighter around the bullet. Look at that, less than a half a thousandth again.
Cool, Bob.
Yeah, that helped.
Yes, it did. So, crimping may not necessarily cause you a problem, especially if you've had brass. That this could have been brass that shot a lead bullet, so they flared it. And because I didn't anneal it, it's still got a little memory to it, and that may be what I'm seeing.
Well, that's a problem that you're just not going to have after a few more days.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening in a few more days? What you getting? I want to know.
See, Willie.
Oh,
Willie,
I want to
you'll have
know
to wait and
now.
see.
You better text me tonight, bitch. Tell me what it was, what it is. Inquiring minds want to know, and that's me. No, I
Bullet
can wait.
will go downrange.
It's all right with me, guys. I can wait. I have patience.
I see you got your wheels.
Ah, now I understand. I comprende now.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You got yours too?
Well, I still haven't picked them up at the post office. I'm on this self-isolation for.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Are you? They say you got the COVID?
No,
raging case of herpes. Totally
Yeah.
different.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Herpes simplex 283.
Yeah.
I comprende. I know how you
Now
Air Force guys are.
That's it.
Listen to Willie. It's hilarious. My dad was in the Air Force. That's funny.
That's why the Rangers lead the way. So the Air
Yes,
Force
sir.
guys know where not to go.
That's right.
No.
You come our way, you're going to find foxholes full of shit.
I'd rather find foxholes full of pussy myself, but
They're
Now,
out there.
My
but not with
nephew. Do you remember me sending out the message in the chat? You know that we shot thousands of rounds of ammunition. 1,000+ rounds of ammunition, and neither me nor my nephew remembered to turn on the damn camera.
I don't remember that.
Well, yeah, we're shooting. He's got his Glock 10 millimeter. I'm shooting, my SIGs, the this, that, and the other. We're blasting a whole bunch of stuff. We're having a good time. Didn't turn on, had
Not one camera.
had my my spare iPhone sitting up there. I charged it up, had everything, just forgot to hit record on it.
Yes, sir.
And he was going to hit record on it, and he forgot to hit record on it. But anyway, needless to say, my wife had been over. My niece, his wife, is a school teacher.
Yes, sir.
And they were just, doing all of the beginning school stuff. That looks pretty, man.
yeah, just seeded that primer. I've been using my lead turret to seed it because I've just been doing these by hand with a scooper. I calling it a Johnny's reloading bench because he's the one that I first saw those scoopers ever being used. And I was like, before I was like, who would ever scoop powder? Now I'm like, actually, the damn scooper is dead nuts on when you fill it to the same spot every time.
Uh-huh.
And I just couldn't believe how accurate it was. And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I can see that. I have a set. I haven't used them in a while, but I do have a set.
I have a brand spanking new set I bought.
Do you?
Yes.
It is good to have, my friend. Power goes out, whatever. People should practice with them. I need to get them out and practice so I can write down what it really does grain-wise. I know the chart shows you a rough, but I want actual grain-wise with each powder. Should write a logbook.
Well, I got them for a dual purpose. I got them one for having them for powder as a backup, and then
the other one's for crank.
No. I got bigger.
What the hell did you just say?
I said the other one's for crank.
Oh my God.
No, I use it for meth.
There you go. That's better yet.
No, we
don't you guys ever see me rubbing my fingers on my teeth? Come on, man. The monkey's on my back, man. Help me, guys.
You're too much, man.
Help me, guys.
Shit, Tread keeps telling me I got to get you off that methadone, man. You're addicted. Now I'll admit it. When I was in that old folks' home and I couldn't get my methadone, man, the monkey was on my back. Oh man. But that's why I cut way back, way back. I'm suffering for it, but I'm cutting way back because now my doctor says, well, the government's really on me. They saying they can take my license if I don't start cutting you back. When is it any of their fucking business? Want to look at my spine? Hello?
Ever since they signed that bill, because Big Pharma was making money off of killing people, and they knew it.
Well, that's why I'm glad
People
that
were,
I've got my spinal cord stimulator.
yeah.
Yeah, I might have to go through that shit, Chuck. I just don't want to do it.
Willie, look, it's a simple operation.
I got you.
The
I got you.
the benefit behind it, all right, outside of post-operative opioid use,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I've had no opioids, you know, since they put the thing in.
Oh, that's good. Here's my problem. If they do that to me, they're going to say, you can go back to work. And the money I make on Social Security is a lot more than I'd make
What?
going back to work.
Why would they say you can go back to work? Okay,
Oh, they would.
the
This is California. They would send my ass back to work. I asked them, I said, hey, can I get a part-time job? I just want to get a part-time job. And the lady said, I'm going to tell you, she went real quiet. She had me get closer. I thought she wanted to kiss me, but she was like, let me tell you now, honey, what I'm going to tell you can get me 5. But if you go back to work, part-time or not, they're going to force you back full-time, take all your money away, and screw you. And I said, are you kidding me? She goes, I'm not kidding. So I said, okay, it looks like I'm not going back to work until I'm 65. When I turn 65, I can go back to work, and
And
they
they
can't
can't,
do anything.
yeah.
They can't do nothing to me then.
but okay. Do they change anything up on you if you take an aspirin?
No,
Do they change anything up on you if you take a Tylenol?
no.
Okay. Methadone you take because you formerly had an
Senior
addiction
spine is
to.
destroyed. No, I've never had addiction to anything.
Okay.
No,
Well,
they gave me my methadone to take care of my pain.
okay.
Once pain goes away, I go right back to work, which
Well,
wouldn't bother
this,
me then. But the problem is, I need at least make $25, $26 an hour minimum
yeah.
to be able to barely come even. So unfortunately, it just sucks. But when I turned 65, I always wanted to be a Walmart door greeter. I keep telling my wife, I'm going to stand there. Ma'am, sir, do you have a mask? Welcome to Walmart.
See, I
I can
couldn't
give
do
a
that.
no.
I'd be
I'd go
telling
to
people all kinds of shit.
yeah. I'd go to a gun store and try to get a job at a gun store.
I don't think they'll have them when you get 65.
I'm telling you.
Not in
I'm
California.
I'm telling you, not here in Cali. Nope, you're absolutely right. This can be like San Francisco. They ran out all the gun stores in San Francisco. There's not
Yeah,
one
you
gun
can
store.
thank Dianne Feinstein for that.
Yeah, that cranky old
I,
wench.
I thank Nancy Pelosi for that. That's her neck of the woods,
Oh, wait.
isn't it?
Is Nancy
Oh
the
no,
one that's the
Dianne
mayor?
Feinstein was the
The
mayor of
mayor.
San Francisco for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nancy Pelosi is the representative for San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
Maybe the senator, but I think Feinstein was the mayor
Yeah, no,
Well,
because,
Feinstein was the mayor for a
Feinstein's
long time.
yeah,
Feinstein's a senator.
now she is, but she was the mayor of
Of San
California.
Francisco.
Yeah, of San Francisco. Yeah, the mayor of San Francisco. Jesus, dude.
Come on.
You know what the fuck it just happened?
What'd you do? What'd you screw up?
Oh,
You double
motherfucker.
charged
Dude.
it.
No. That would have been worse. Let me see. Did it all go in here? Did it all go all over my floor?
Dump the case?
It fell out of my press because my blind ass didn't see that it wasn't all the way. Nah, dude. I spilled a bunch of it elsewhere.
How much powder was it?
17 grams
Oh, it's
of
not that.
H110.
It's not that bad though. It's not the end of the
Oh, I
world.
see it, I
Can
think. down on the
Can you hear
ground.
this? Can you hear this sound?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember this conversation we had? Was it last night?
Negative.
I don't
I
have
don't.
a lighter. I don't smoke.
I
Oh, but I
remember
can definitely
talking to you
feel it.
guys a little bit, but I remember talking to
I
you
think
a little bit.
H110 mops up really easily
It'll
because it's so
vacuum up.
fine.
Yeah, it'll vacuum up.
No, I'm not going to vacuum. I'm just going to mop it.
Just light it on fire. It'll be gone.
Let me see if I got a lighter in my toolbox, because I might.
Just make sure you put it on something you don't mind getting marked.
Let me see.
I ran out of 9 mil boxes, guys. Damn it! I need more. Order more of them now. I just loaded 1,300 rounds today.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't have a lighter.
And I have a couple, maybe another 1,000 ready to go. Oops, I forgot I got to test every single one. I like to run them through the case stage. I have the barrel right here too. But Mr. Jeremy, shit, I can't say his last name, Evesky, is sending me the Zave, Z-E-V trigger for my Glock.
Oh, cool.
So he told me to order a connector, but I already have that same connector in my gun. So,
Hey, Willie.
yes, sir.
I've got a, I don't know if you ever heard of this, an Armanov ammo checker.
Never heard of it. It's an Armo knob.
It's ARMANOV.
Hang on. Let me get to the computer. I'm fucking stupid, remember? Spell it again. ARMANOV. Okay, I'm going there now. Okay, yeah, I see it.
And I've got one.
It's $139 on Amazon.
Okay.
For the 9 mil.
Right. My 9 mil, I've got it with the different the drop ins, so that once I get finished checking everything, I can flip it over and drop it right smack into my MTM boxes. But instead of having to do one at a time, I can do the whole 100 at a time.
Hang on 1 second, Bulldog. Chuck, Uncle John, what are you talking about, buddy? What do you want me to teach you? Teach me the ropes, Willie, because it ain't working that way for me. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm a straight idiot. You don't want me teaching you anything. See, one thing I felt real bad about when I was at Kenny's house, he had me shooting one of his rifles, and he had that expensive scope. I couldn't see the target through it. I picked up his 350 Legend with that CV Light $50 scope. Bingo, there's the target. I could see the target beautifully. And I told him, I said, I can't see it. Oh, shoot. You want me to waste rounds? They're your bullets. Okay, cool. So I'm sure he was thinking, what type of sniper were you? Shit.
Well, it's all in, in how your eyes work, what you're used to.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just, I didn't want to adjust his parallax on his scope, because it's set for his eye. It wasn't set for mine.
Well, yeah, well, your parallax is basically just your focus.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to fuck with it because it wasn't my scope,
I figure if you hand me a gun to shoot, tell me to shoot it, I'm going to
I
shoot.
should have did exactly what I wanted to and just adjusted everything for me and said, hey, sorry. You told me to shoot it. I want to see what I'm shooting at.
Well, that's the reason to
I
have
felt
a
real
scope.
bad about that, buddy. I felt real bad about that at first. So, man, here I am. Yeah, I'm an Army sniper, and I can't hit shit with this rifle because I couldn't see the freaking target. Okay, I'm going to drop some more cases in here. I have to be quiet. My grandson's probably asleep. Probably going to get yelled at. Yeah, I'm probably going to get yelled at. You're making too much noise.
Tell the kid to wake up.
Actually, he can sleep through my dog's barking. It's amazing. In our laps, the dog's going ape shit, and he sleeps right through it. But right now, I'm trying to burn up the rest of this powder. That's what I'm trying to do. Plus, load some more ammunition. Might as well.
Echo, I could see you moving around back there.
Yeah, I'm mopping up H110, and the only thing I can say is that it's a powder you can do that with because it's so fine.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that with extruded rifle powder. That's what
I
I'm
tell you
messing
what,
with
right?
more.
You want a fine powder? True Blue. That shit's
No,
a pancake
thanks.
powder.
No.
Oh, I love True Blue.
I just don't like those powders because I get them everywhere. The finer it is,
oh yeah,
I can see an extruded piece of powder. I can't see True Blue. Those powder current little things are too small. So I make, I get it everywhere.
Oh, that much would be true. That stuff is so fine and just, my goodness.
Sounds like
Whose dog's barking?
I'm strangling my lizard.
Ah.
No, I'm mopping.
Oh, that's mopping? It sounds like a dog barking.
Well, I'm wringing out the mop.
Gotcha.
One of those ringers. One of those
You're a ringer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one time I was at his house, I felt kind of bad just wasting his primers and powder, but it was a nice fucking rifle, though. I wouldn't mind having one of those Arkin scopes, but I couldn't get the deal, so that's okay. Actually, I really like my freaking, what the hell is it again? Freaking, I'm going blank. Can't remember the damn name of the scope. It's right in here. Gosh dang it. Why can't I remember it? Where's the box at? It has to be down in the freaking bottom, doesn't it? Way in the hell back here on the bottom, of course. True Glow.
Yeah, True Glow makes some good shit for
6x24 scope, and man, very fucking nice, very nice. The guy said, "Walk out front." He goes, "Walk out front and look at this stop sign, and that's 600 yards down the road." And I could see someone with a book. I was like, I damn near read his article. I was like, son of a bitch, this thing's badass. But then again, when I saw the Arkin that Jamie got, I was like, because it has a true zero stop.
Right.
And actually, Echo, you and Dead Horse were going to try to find me one through your friends, but it was best that I didn't. But I did find out from one video that you can make it a zero stop. It's not true zero stop, but it's still a zero stop.
Yeah, I've got a couple of SIG BDXs. Actually, I got three of them, and I find them really nice.
I've been looking at the SIG Romeos. That might be my next purchase.
Which Romeos? The Romeo?
I don't know, my friend.
Yeah,
That's it. I'm out of powder.
I got a bunch of Romeo 5s,
Yeah.
red dots, and I can't speak highly enough on them. They're just
Yeah.
absolutely balls to the wall.
Super fine, huh?
They'll take all kinds of abuse. They last, the battery life on them lasts forever. They got Motac, the shake awake. You know, set it next to your to your bedside. You need it to turn on, it turns on.
Huh, there was powder in there. What the fuck? Yeah, I like that. I've been looking at them, but they're like $500, $600.
Now these can be had for two. The Romeo 5s.
That doesn't bother me. That's not bad. So I'm gonna want one for my Glock.
Okay, it's not a Glock. It's not a pistol.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not for pistols. It's for not unless you want a big honking ass.
No, not particularly. I want a pistol scope. That's ones I've been looking at. The SIGs. I thought it was a SIG Romeo I looked at because it had all.
Probably a SIG Romeo 1.
Because it had all the security package that goes over it. You got the metal shield to protect the lens and waterproof and not damage proof, but you know what I mean. It's damn good for damage.
Uh-huh.
And that kind of tickles my fancy right there. Something that's gonna save my red dot in case I fall or something like that when I'm moving to a target.
Yeah,
now I'm waiting for Cajun Gunworks to tell me that they received my slide. I looked it up online and it says it has been received, and they say that they're supposed to send me a email when it's been received, and I have not received anything. And I sent them an email. They only wanted to do it by email. So I did an email. If I don't hear anything by Wednesday or Tuesday, I'm gonna wait until Tuesday. I'm gonna give them a call and say, hey, you know what? I sent an email to you guys. You're ignoring me. What the F? Just tell me you've got my slide. No, I'm going to be, but I'm just going to tell them, I want to make sure you have my slide. I sent it to the address you told me to send it to. So, plus I have it insured big time. But when I come back from Georgia, it'll be done. So, it said 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And the way I planned it, when I come back from Georgia, it'll be done. So, that makes me kind of happy. And one thing I thought about is I was really getting kind of pissed off about my Echo. You're going to take it off full screen, buddy? You're just going to leave it on full screen?
Oh, dude, excuse me. Hold on.
Don't worry.
I'm trying to see. I had to mop. I got done doing that, and I'm going to continue what I'm doing, but I'm seeing who's out here in the side chat. MCK.
Good night, Uncle John.
Uncle John's leaving?
That's what it looked like. I saw someone say good night.
Lakeview laughing out later. Okay. Lakeview, you still out there, bro?
You can come on. We got spots.
Yeah, I know. Lakeview, you want to come on, bro? If you're out there, there's only 4 on right now, so I'm not sure who's out there. If you're out there in the crowd, in the side chat, let us know you're there.
Yeah, there's link.
There's only 3 of us on.
The top. Yeah, there's 3 of us on.
Yeah.
There's a link up on top of the chat. If you go up there, if you want to come on, you can sign in that way.
You can get that high.
I can't.
You can't?
No.
You can't what?
Oh, he can't.
Oh, yeah, it's probably blocked by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to replace it, Dave. Mr. Echo.
Okay, guys, I'm going to drop one in on the YouTube side. So when it drops, you fellas just grab it. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome. I'm just waiting on my floor to dry so I can get back to reloading after I made that stupid
Critical error.
Yeah, that critical stupid deal there.
I wish I knew the guy's name. I was watching this guy put powder in his case, put a bullet, crimp it, and then put a primer. I'm thinking you have to be the stupidest SOB, or you just like living on the dangerous side.
You just got a little out of sequence.
Just a wee bit.
Maybe it was some really big flake powder.
Still, I don't want to risk putting a fucking primer in last. God forbid something goes bad and bam.
Well, I never used to want to push a primer out with a depriming dye either.
Oh, I used to do that. Just do it real gentle. You can knock the light primer out, inside or outside.
I'd always been told never do it, never do it, never do it.
Oh no, I'd pull the bullet apart. Take the bullet, pull the powder, then slowly push the primer out.
Right.
Yeah, I'd do that.
But my dad had always, it was always one of those, no, never do that. And then when all of the primers started drying up, people started talking about doing that, and I'm like, I was always told never do it. And my brother-in-law and I got into a conversation on it, and he's like, yeah, I've done that all the time. Man,
primers are too expensive to be doing that. Just be throwing them away.
Yeah, but when primers weren't.
Oh, okay.
Like I started casting bullets and and reloading when I was
12 or 13. 12 or 13, right around there.
That's in the 60s.
Okay, fellas, the link to the chat is floating in the YouTube chat on the comment side, so you guys should see it.
Okay, you want me to join it again?
No. I'm talking to the side chat.
Well,
we got 5 out there. Oh, you're messing with me.
What a cockbuster.
Okay. I'm tired. You guys are taking advantage of a weak brain. Hey, I'm gonna tell it like Sylvester Stallone. I have what they call a relaxed brain. You remember that from Rocky when he said that shit? Adrian, I have what they call a relaxed brain.
Help me, Adrian, help me.
Apollo Creed hit me one time.
You guys, you guys, you know what? Sylvester Stallone is still making movies. I saw him. He plays the shark guy in one of those Marvel comic book or DC. I don't know which one because I never collected comics. I didn't have the money when I was little. But the freaking Marble, I think it is. I'm not sure, but he was Shark Man and he wore a shark costume, and you could tell it was him. His voice. What's up, Hippa?
Hey, Hippa.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Hippa.
Just thanks for coming on. Yeah, why not? Have some fun.
Not that I have a whole lot to bring.
Hey, it's okay, buddy.
So what have you been doing today?
Oh, not a whole lot. Made a bunch of pinto beans for the week.
I love pintos.
Yeah.
Took care of my sister's house. She's out vacationing. Got to say hi to my nephews.
Oh. So you had a little bit of just a family hangout day.
Yeah. showed him off that little 43 I was building.
Ah.
Yeah.
You doing the polymer 43?
Yeah, finally got a slide for it. Went with a 48 slide rather than the 43, but it works.
Cool.
That's awesome. I got a buddy who is into those, and there's another fellow on here, Wes Cavina. He was messing around with a few of those.
Yeah.
I should have
Pretty
did it when you could still own them or buy the kits.
What, you can't?
He's in Cali.
Not here. I'm in Cali.
Oh,
As of
that's
next
California.
year, they're 100% illegal here in Cali.
Well, thank you, MCK.
Bastards.
Is
Designed that myself.
MCK?
Yeah, he's in the side chat.
What's he
He
doing?
said, cool picture, HIPAA. Thank you. I
that
made
is a
that
nice
myself in
Did you?
3ds Max.
That turns out nice.
Now we
Is
got to
that
do a 3D.
Go ahead,
Do a 3D.
Sergeant.
I was gonna say now all we got to do is do a 3D rendering of it, and
Yeah, this
print 'em
can
out
be.
and- yeah.
It's for video games, 3ds Max. It's kind of like a CAD, AutoCAD, if you've ever messed around with that.
Yep.
But geared
I'm
towards-
familiar with it, but I have never used it. That's computer, like guys that do machinist type work use CAD. That's the only thing that I know relative to CAD, but I know that they use it for like everything that they build.
It used to be years ago, it was few and far between that you could find a CAD operator or any type of a 3D computer aided drawing. But now, it's like everybody is involved in it.
Yeah,
if you can play
I'm sorry,
video
brother.
games, you can totally do CAD.
Yeah, the original guys that kind of this was like before they even offered classes on AutoCAD. When they were developing that software for design, there were guys beta testing it at automotive plants and stuff like that, and that's how a lot of these automobiles are manufactured in different sections in different parts of the country. And then they're all shipped in by train or by tractor trailer to central assembly plants. And they try to keep it within, so many miles of the where they're making all the parts. That's why Michigan, Detroit, they still have a lot of manufacturing there of automobile parts and stuff.
Yeah, Indianapolis is Kokomo, Indiana. That used to be a real big manufacturing area for automotive parts, and they
Come on, sing the song,
just about
Kokomo
shut
song.
everything down. We were stationed up north of Kokomo. I lived there for about 4 years, and they pretty much just Chrysler wiped out their whole, shutting stuff down. Okay, let's close the plant down. Got to close something down. They'd shut a line down, and it was cheaper for them to shut stuff down and manufacture it someplace else. That was Obama era, where they were making
Obama.
stuff available. Yeah, making it available over in Mexico. So it's like, okay, well, open up a plant over in Mexico and shut down one in the U.S.
Happens all the time.
Then there are people that,
Sad.
Welcome to capitalism.
then there are people that, you know, they, 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 they,
Yes, sir.
What was bad is
Sending jobs
they'd pay them, to go on, like union, there would be union workers, and they'd get paid to go on furlough, and they'd make like 3/4 of their pay to basically stay at home.
Sit on their bum like they're doing right now. It's crazy.
It's like I've always been one of, if I'm going to get paid, then I'm going to work for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a good, honest dollar. Same here, Bulldog. Same here.
I can say the exception is, my disability pay for my military disability. I did my duty, and I think that, I ought to get that.
What the hell is that? I never seen any of that.
Well, that I can't help you with, buddy.
I know, bud. It's all right.
I probably could, but
it's not worth it. I've tried so many times, buddy. I've tried and tried and tried and tried. It's all good. You know, I'm happy in here. It's all good. My kids know what I've done. My wife knows what I've done. My mother, especially. My father probably didn't give a shit what I did, but that's that. Oh, okay. I'm going to have a beer with my buddies when I get upstairs, and that's all that matters. And I'll have a beer with Echo because he'll be up there before me.
Yep.
Yep. The herps.
I'll be getting all the gay tanning beds together for you, Willie.
You know it, buddy. The herps is going to take out Echo. It's the herps.
They thought it was going to be diabetes, lung disease. I smoked for like 35 years.
Did you really?
All this shit.
Boy.
Yeah. I quit 2 years ago when finally I got my wife to quit first. And then it was just as simple as me just putting them down.
Yeah, it's easier if you both do it.
Yeah.
I quit in 91, 92, somewhere around there.
Good job,
Bulldog. Put the patch on. Put the Habitrol patch on.
Yeah.
And that it worked. I had a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. I had a pack of unopened cigarettes in my briefcase, and another pack, or actually 2 unopened packs in my briefcase. And I finished the couple of them that were in my pocket. Had a couple out of the ones that were in a pack that I opened, and gave away the other pack that was in my briefcase, and hadn't smoked since.
I'll tell you what, if my father would have never quit smoking, I think he would have lasted another 3 to 4 years. That COPD just took his ass out. He smoked since he was 10 or 11, 5 packs a day, Pall Mall non-filter. Shit, he smoked like a chain. And he died at 74, 75, something like that. Pretty bad. I should know his actual age, but oh well.
The one thing I put down actual cigarettes like 3 years ago.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Did you have any weight gain?
No, not really.
That's another plus. I've heard a lot of people say when they give down the cigarettes, weight gain just came right on.
Yeah, I did gain weight.
The depression and everything else came in because you're not getting that stimulant anymore. That's okay. You put down the cigarettes and you start snorting crank. There you go. It's going to help you lose weight and keep you wired. Shit, that's just like GI cup of coffee. in the MREs. That's just crank. Wire your ass right out. That's good coffee. Not.
I used to drink that stuff. Used to
Did
make
you,
some
sir?
icing with it too.
Oh, that's you, Boulder.
Well,
Okay. You mixed what with it?
I used to make icing with it.
Did you really?
Yeah, you take the um the sugar packets,
Yeah.
the creamer packet, and the coffee. You mix all three of them up together. You put that on your pound cake.
See, I used to use the oh my leg, the creamer, and the freaking. I used to take powdered cocoa mix with me, with the pound cake, and almost make almost like a shortcake, freaking strawberry shortcake, but with chocolate pudding. Good stuff. Oh baby,
I used to
that it
I used to take the creamer and use that for improvised explosives.
gets.
Light a candle
Mm-hmm.
and use it um, as a drop, and you put a M80 or some type of a firecracker
Mm-hmm.
up underneath it. Use a cigarette as an activator, or a candle as an activator, and when it creamer goes up in the air and it atomizes, um, and it comes down on top of like your whatever your flame device is,
Ignites it.
poof, ignition.
You can do that with flour as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard
flour.
corn flour and flour explodes. I heard. Set off a pretty good charge.
Flour, powdered sugar.
Even hay bales. They'll cut hay when it's drying. When they roll it into those bales, it gets so hot that
If it
I've
gets
seen
wet.
it. Yeah, when
If
it
it
gets
gets
wet.
wet, a bacteria grows inside of it, anaerobic, and gets real hot.
Spontaneous combustion.
Yep. Gets over 400 degrees.
Yeah, we used to cook our chow with a piece of thermite in between an old track, an M113 track. We'd burn it right there and cook our food. We didn't have time to wrap it up in tinfoil and throw it on the exhaust manifold that Echo was saying, because it smelled like jet fuel and diesel.
C4 is a real good fuel. Instead of using those little fuel tabs, just pinch off a little pebble-sized piece of C4, stick that up on top of your little wing fuel.
If you've ever used hexamine tablets, that's unnitrated high explosives. If you run it through high nitrogen baths, it'll turn into HMX, RDX, and then HMX.
Yeah,
crazy.
But if you use a little small tiny piece of C4 and light it up, it'll last longer and burn hotter than those hexamine tablets will.
Mm-hmm. Has a lot more fuel in it.
Right. People used to, oh man, it'll blow up. No, it won't. No activator. Yeah,
it's funny. You see the corporal or specialist, and you say, when you hit it, it's going to go off. Run over and slam it and watch them. No activator.
Yeah, what I like to use is my activator in my hair. I make it look absolutely wonderful.
I'm sure you do. It's nothing but protein, baby. Nothing but protein.
Oh man, where the fuck do we come up with you guys?
Sick bastard. Hang on, First Sergeant. Okay, I can fix my hair now. Let's go. I can see it right now. You want to get out of the Army, you go see a freaking doc, you start jerking off in the room. Oh, yeah, you're out. Section 8, medical.
That's how Willie, is that how you got out, Willie?
Absolutely. I jerked off at least 6 times in front of my commanding officer every day. I'd beat it till it was raw.
Promoted.
Right. You know it. Let's make him a first sergeant. Yeah. But, sir, he's only a private. Don't matter. Look at him. Look at
Hey,
the
we're going to
discipline.
shut this down, gentlemen. There's 3 people on, and it's 2:10 a.m. over here in Orlando-ish, Florida.
You pussy.
Oh, no, we can stay on. I'm just saying we're going to kill it. If anybody wants to come backstage or come on with us, there's 3 of you out there. I think you can still, the link is still in there. You guys jump on. I will let you, I'll pop you back in so we can all talk backstage. It's not going to be live, but anybody wants to do it. Yeah. But thanks for coming in and watching. Thanks for hanging out during the reloading. I'm just going to clean up a little bit and
reloading? You didn't reload shit.
I reloaded a couple of rounds.
I'm playing with you, bud.
And I figured out how to do it.
Reloading.
What do you mean?
I'm thinking that was, I don't think that was I think that was like loading.
Well, why? Because I mean, the brass was used. Yeah,
but it was a new experience, so it was more like new loading instead of reloading.
Yeah, and now I know that these cases, I don't have to be flared for those bullets. So now I'm going to feel much easier about doing pistol cartridges like that. I just never had any bullets experience with rounds like that. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is different. I haven't seen this before, but in handgun ammunition. And in handgun, you flare it.
Right.
But you're not shooting.
Well, you don't have to flare it.
Yards.
If it's jacketed pistol bullet, you don't have to flare it again. The jacketed pistol, you do not have to flare it. It'll slide right in. You know that, David.
Well, no, because I've had issues with the actual neck tension. Once you resize it.
Some handgun bullets have thinner coatings on them as well. Thinner and less. What am I thinking of? Less hard.
Less consistency too.
Yeah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go backstage. Yep. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Bye, y'all.